Welcome to Kill Team Casuals, a podcast all about Kill Team, filmed in 3 different time zones by 3 different gents, one of whom is about to be attacked by the largest spider he's ever seen. Enjoy. During this podcast is the largest spider I have ever seen.
Like, is that what you kept looking down for?
Yeah. Did you see me?
Really
I lost sight of it.
Yeah.
I lost sight of it.
That's it. Kill Team Casuals. Welcome back. We're here. We've got the King of Florida himself, Ben from Battle Brothers.
Hey.
Tablehood?
That's me, baby.
Tablehood.
Table hood.
hop.
Yep. The table hop. Yeah, it's me.
Table hood.
Table hood. Yeah. Welcome to the table hood, fellas. Then we have Then we also have Russ from the acclaimed GFN channel, GFN Gaming.
I'm a table hood rat. El rat.
Oh, that's
and
good.
We have the man, the myth, the moist, Rhys from Threes to Wound. I need to ask, because someone said this to me, I know I'm hijacking it straight away, but I think I might need to give you some credit, and I hate to do it. But the name Threes to Wound.
Yes.
Is that because your name is Rhys and it's Threes to Wound?
Is that the story behind it?
No, that would have been
Just say
really
yes.
good.
Was it not?
It's not. That makes it even better, though. That makes it. No, it was.
Oh my!
I'll tell you the story because it kind of makes me laugh. But my wife used to always I'd be watching lots of gaming, gaming channels and people playing games, and she used to always walk by, and the one thing she picked up on, which she swore she always heard one guy being like "Threes to Wound," and so she'd always say that in that voice whenever I was watching gaming things. So she was always just like, "Threes to Wound." And that became a thing we'd say to each other if I was doing anything nerdy. She's like,
I love that.
Threes to Wound?
I like that better.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, I like that better.
Yeah. Someone mentioned it in the Discord, said, I think, how did I never realize this before? It's threes to wound. I was like, oh my God. And I said, it would be so on brand for him if that's by mistake. And the fact that it is, I was just like, that is amazing. But your story is a lot sweeter. But that's amazing that's not even intentional.
Now you need to change your social handles to threes to wound.
Yeah. There's just not enough depth or intelligence for me to come up with something like that. So there's not enough going on.
That was my argument.
Yeah.
That was entirely my argument. Yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do is pretty good, though. That's
that I was proud of.
Yeah, that might be your finest moment.
That was a year's worth of research going into that.
Exactly.
That was your annual good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of big things have happened. A lot of big news in our wonderful world of Kill Team. But the biggest thing our small triangle or triumvirate here is that we've relocated the show. It's found a new home.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
We're now.
I was really confused there for a second. I was like, nothing's happened. I was about to do the diamond cutter for I was like, it's the 3 of us, the diamond cut. But yeah, I was just like, oh, what's Rhys going to say? But yes, no, we have moved. We've put everything on the one platform, so you don't have to, so you don't have to subscribe to Ben and Rhys's channels to actually see all of the.
Whose channels are going to be on this week? No more of that jank.
No more. It's on one channel.
Yeah, we've migrated Kill Team Casuals, the podcast you know and love. And in the future, also, there will be some dedicated casual war gamers.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's very on brand for me.
Thanks for turning up, man. That's great.
Yeah, thank you. I got it right. Content on there, like all stuff that features the 3 of us. If you like Kill Team Casuals, whether you play Kill Team or not, this is going to be a channel for a bunch of really cool, fun stuff like that. So stay tuned.
I think that the cool thing for us is obviously don't panic, don't stress. If you like Russ but not Ben, if you like me but not Russ, if there's only
we're deleting all of our solo channels, and we are exclusively posting on Casual War Gamers.
They're still there. Yeah. So basically, if you just want to ignore 1 or 2 or all of us, you can still choose to individually subscribe to those channels. So don't panic. You don't have to, but get across there, subscribe. Because I said, there'll be a lot more content coming on there. And that's also where there'll be a Patreon as well for the channel. So you can support the 3 of us at once. It's a 3 for deal. And we were lucky enough. We had our very first Patreon is already signed up.
Oh my goodness!
It's a
The
big
What a
absolute
legend.
that is.
What a
The
true
absolute
legend.
legend.
Kill Team
And his
Ken.
name, Kill
Oh.
Team Ken, KTK.
ATK.
KTK
Wow.
for the KTC.
We love you, man.
Yeah.
You are a legend.
I'm
Big
glad,
love
so-
to Kill Team Ken.
I'm glad we rehearsed our throw to him there and we didn't talk over each other. So that's how we do things around here. Kill Team Ken was on board for that. He was like, "Man, I hope they ruin my intro," and we did. So you're welcome.
He knew what he was getting in. He knew what he was getting himself in for. He really
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, what a legend. If you want to be a legend like Kill Team Ken, we will shout you out. So
Yeah, definitely. And there'll be some exclusive stuff, like always with the Patreon. There's already the levels are all there, but it's definitely something that's gonna evolve and change over time. And the big thing is, as you get up those membership levels, you get to have like an active contribution to the show, helping us decide the things to talk about, what content, could even be things about what challenges we do in the future. You'll be a big part of that. So
you can vote on the book club. You can challenges, like you said. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. And if you're like balling and you want to really support us, so we can be balling like you, you might even have some input on maybe some of the big stuff like Legions of Russ. Like that's could even And also there's a private channel.
Spots.
Oh my goodness, that is high dollar stuff. I would pay $1 million to be a guest on Legions of Russ if I didn't have access to this on this podcast.
If you didn't get it for free.
Yeah.
How lucky.
And there's also a private channel in the Battle Brothers Tabletop Discord for all patrons. That if you want to just align direct to us, and we're there, and we're happy to talk and chat crap with you. So
put a message in there. We'll pick up the phone, and by that I mean I'll type back because I'm probably the worst at it on Discord because of time zones and who I am as a person. So
you know what the good thing is? 3 different time zones. Someone's probably up.
Someone's always up.
We're like a call center. It's fantastic.
24/7. Apart from me and Rhys are really bad at responding, it's probably like 2-hour window where. Yeah, Rhys is the worst, but it does mean that we can openly insult him in it to his face, sort of. But he doesn't realize because he never reads the message, so he's still cool with us, even though we slate him in that chat. But
I do read it. I just cry. Like
I'm not even lying.
No. I've seen it. I've seen it live. It's brutal out there. But thick skin. But no, it's really exciting. We're hoping that's just going to make it easier for you guys out there to find it, and as I said, not have to chase our channels to find where it is. But we will also want to hear from you guys too. What are the other casual war games that you'd like to hear us? Obviously, Russ, you did some stuff with Killzone and stuff like that. I'd really love to do some. Is it Killzone? Did I say that right?
Well, one-page rules and Dead Zone.
Sorry. Oh my god, sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, can we edit that? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Dead Zone. Too many kill zone, dead zones. Yeah, one-page
There's
rules.
lots of zones.
I've been doing a bit of big boy 40k stuff. We don't talk about that on this show. But there might be some bits and pieces coming in the future, but it'll always have our very casual spin on it. We're not here to break any metas or even understand what that word means.
Yes, we couldn't if we tried. No. We couldn't break meta if we tried.
No.
The other enough self promo. As much as I love doing it. Let's talk the thing we've all been working on this last week. Into the Dark. I think we've all got it in our grubby mitts now. We've all got.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I've got a line of.
You've got yours now because you took ages for you to get yours, didn't it?
Am I allowed to be mad because we're not sponsored by Games Workshop? Pre-ordering things.
Are you not?
I don't. No. Weird, right? Weird. I'm as surprised as you. Why does it take so long? Like, what's the point of pre-ordering it? And by the time I pre-order it to have it like sent to me, I could have just gone and brought it at a shop.
Yeah.
Well, here's the real question.
It's real
Rhys.
hit and miss.
Here's the real question. Why don't you support your local game shop? That's what I want to know.
Wow. Rhys hates local game shops.
Do you hate
small
businesses?
The smaller they are, the more
Are you Amazon?
Rhys Bezos. Oh my God, I never put it together. Oh, it's right there the whole time.
Now you know the truth, guys.
Blown. How's the mission to the moon going or whatever it was? Is that still going on?
Well, that's why I'm so upset about my pre-orders because I'm a busy man. Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I've got to get to the moon and I need my stuff to arrive quick.
I'm going into I'm going
it's
into
real
the dark
hit and
side
miss.
of the moon.
Yeah.
Because like even over here I've ordered from G-Dubs and like everyone's like just popping into the local shop to get the new and I'm just sitting here like, and you've got to wait in your house all day and then it arrives at like 4:00 and everyone's just like, and you just like, wow, just burn it now, everyone's got it, it's nothing new. But no, I went the other way this time. Instead of ordering it from G-Dubs, I went to the local game shop.
Yeah,
because there's a discount. I was just like, that's so much better.
Yeah, so much better.
I didn't get the tin.
Oh man, rats! What a loss that is. Yeah.
I'm not going to
like
lie.
30 quid off, so I was just like, that's
I
pretty decent.
got the tin, and I did think it was just going to be a crappy, like empty tin, like just throw your counters. But it does, and this is again, I feel weird supporting this. It does have like little foam inserts for the markers, and I went from being like that's the jankiest thing ever to being like that's actually not terrible.
That's pretty cool.
It still doesn't save the fact that I ordered that and the annual. I received the annual and the tin like a day and a half before I got the game.
That is such a middle finger. Isn't it? Just that's such a middle finger to be like, here's the stuff you didn't really want. Here you go.
So I had this like day and a half of panic attack going, is this all I get? Like, I'm very
checking
sure I
your
paid
order,
for
double checking it.
So,
but we've all got it now. We've all got the boxes.
It's made
How's it going with the? I've built all my terrain now, and I'm moving through the teams.
Likewise.
But Ben, you were storming through it when I saw you.
I was quick,
pulling all nighters.
Yeah. I finished all the terrain. I finished the breachers, and I have to get to Kroot. Hold on, let me keep talking as I reach for a breacher somewhere. Never mind, I don't have them, but they're Bostroians.
That's not getting cut.
Yeah, no, we're leaving that in.
This is good podcasting.
We're about live disappointment right here.
Still
and that just happened.
Here we go. And again, for all of our audio listeners, sorry. But here is it's really blurry. There we go.
Hey.
A nice fur hat, perhaps called a Cossack, big furry hat. And
it's cold in space.
It is. And then also, hey, here's a pro tip, guys. If you have some of these, the cat sucks probably, right? And the servo skull sucks probably. So if you can see this, again, audio listeners, you'll have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Casual Wargamers, to see this.
Oh, nice.
But this is
Smooth
a Krieg.
plug.
It's a Krieg body that I put the shotgun on and all that kind of stuff. So this is actually a Krieg body, and so I've made myself four extra troopers so I can run the list without the stupid cat and the stupid servo skull.
Nice.
So
your pro tip is buy another box of Krieg.
Yeah. Well, I had it laying around. Cadians could work. I bet Cadians would work great.
And Ben hates cats. Now we know.
It would look good on the. Yeah. Oh, hang on a sec. I've not checked the rules. So they can take extra bodies instead of the cat and the skull, can they?
You could just take 2 extra bodies. Actually, okay. So here's the move: ditch the cat, ditch the servo skull, ditch the servo skull controller, and take 3 regular shotguns. Yeah.
If you're not going to take the
right, so
I'm guessing he has no other rules. And
I don't think he's just really disappointing. Yeah. So that's me. That's where I'm at. I'm working through my Kroot. How about you guys?
Well,
go for it, Rhys. How much have you? I mean, you've had yours the least amount of time.
Yeah, we can see it here. I've spent. Yeah, exactly. Watch this, guys. Tick. No, I've spent the last 2 nights feverishly sanding, getting rid of mold lines, and cutting it all out. So I've got all the terrain done, and I'm going to do a big undercoating session because the thing is like I wanted to paint it something cool and different. But there is so much, like in a good way. Like it's positive. Man. It's a huge kit. There is so much, and I had all these ideas to do it a certain way. But I'm just like, that will be done by the time the next edition of Kill Team launches in the distant future. So
here's a question.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Here's a question: are you guys planning on sanding down the little nubbins on your terrain? to like with a file so they fit together a little looser, or are you guys just gonna rock it with a Gorilla Grip?
I've got a file like that, like a square file. I'm gonna get some bigger ones like nail files and just blitz them a little bit
because they're a little tight.
I haven't done much
those walls
dry
have
fitting. That's for sure. Let's do it live.
Yeah. I put a few in, and you really have to push. Like I scraped all the mold lines, and you really have to push to get them flush. And I thought, like, they don't need to be this tight. They just need to sit. So I was gonna file them a little bit, and then tape them up, and then spray them. And sponges and dry brushes, the biggest dry brush I can find. And then spray over some inks or spray over some contrast just to get some contrast in them, basically.
This is the first time, Russ, I think, after we spoke about it last week, the airbrush seems like a fantastic idea to help get through it, because as you said, you can splash some, a bit of glow on the lights, you can do some contrast, you can add a bit of character to it in a quick way. So if I've ever been close to getting an airbrush, this is the moment. I'd consider it, because it's a lot.
I think it's going to be useful. Yeah. I mean, there's so much of it. I think it would arguably be easier to do with rattle cans, but once you've done that, you're right. I think being able to just be like, a little bit of accent. I don't know why I'm doing the spray paint sounds, but because I'm doing the hand action. Yeah,
for the audio.
I'm also doing the sound because I respect the people that thank you.
It's the lightsaber rule. It's the lightsaber rule, right? If you're like,
you can't.
You have to go exactly. Yeah.
Do you know when I'm recording shots for like the cinematic shots for like the anything for the Kill Team. Are you doing the sound effects? I always do the sound effects. Like if I'm like I can't like I listen. I'll release it one day where it's just a full cut of me going.
Hold on, brothers.
Like everything.
Content. Patreon, that can be on Patreon. An uncut,
uncut version of every cinematic screen of me going,
or at least just some of them. That can just be a fun Patreon special. Yeah.
Some of it doesn't even make any sense. Like some of it's like not like sometimes I'm like, but sometimes it's just like dun 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 dun.
Just the music.
I don't know what I'm doing. Like none of that's going to be part of it. And obviously any kind of I'm like like that. Every single one without fail.
To be a fly on the wall when you're doing that would be outstanding.
I just pan up and whoever I'm playing with just looking at me like, the fuck are you doing? What a bell end. Yeah. They get used to me.
I haven't had a chance yet to put the teams together, but I must say, as much as I like the teams, I'm more excited at the moment about the GELLERPOX and the Star Striders. I've got both of them together. I actually think they'll get painted up first, beating out the teams.
I think so too. I think GELLERPOX will be. Yeah. I think they'll get painted up so easy. GELLERPOX is the perfect team for a Zenithal or Slapchop, and then just get it's a mix between wet blending and a speed paint. So you're just going to slop on a yellow, slop on a bit of pink, slop on a bit of just seriously just slop it on and then tie it all together with one dry brush of like a lighter color.
Yep.
And I think they'd look awesome. I think that's such an easy way to paint them, because they look perfect for it. And there's loads of bumps and stuff that'll hit highlights. So cool. I think they'll be great. I think it'll be super fun.
And
I picked them up today. And they're just, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Having had
I like those guys.
By the way, guys, can we talk about GELLERPOX for a second? How?
No.
Thank you for shutting me down. Rhys is like, oh, thank God somebody said something. How are you going to stop GELLERPOX, especially Into the Dark? How will they be stopped? Because they're an elite team and a horde team together. It's just
that's so crazy. It doesn't even make sense.
No, in 18 wounds, disgustingly resilient.
Revoltingly resilient. Thank you. Revoltingly.
I'm sorry. Thank you for the correction.
Okay, I have to, and I know we're gonna get there, but this is gonna mini Russ rant. You know what's annoying, and it just annoys the shit out of me is when they keep. You know what? I came across a rule. And I know I'm dribbling all over myself here, but cumbersome. Is it just heavy? Because what the like I looked at the rule and I was like, cumbersome, huh? Isn't this just heavy? And I was trying to find the difference, and maybe I'm
It's
stupid.
slightly different, right?
I didn't look, but cumbersome basically means you can't move more than 3 inches and fire this.
Oh, I thought it was 6.
So I think.
Wait, that would make,
I think. Well,
I think it's 6.
It's 6, so it's basically the same as heavy if you've got a suspensor system, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not as, but it's just like.
But it could have just been heavy. Like. Could have just been heavy. Like, why throw that? I agree. I had that conversation with my brother Sam last night.
Not quite heavy, not quite unwieldy. It's just in the middle. Like
it's just like unwieldy's got to be the worst rule. If you see a gun with unwieldy, why are you taking it? You're not taking it because you can never fire it
ever.
Like you got to be so bad or so good to be able to get a shot off with unwieldy weapons. Yeah. Anyway. That was annoying. But like, no, is revoltingly resilient? Is just the same as disgustingly resilient, is it?
Yeah. And like these guys are obviously serve Nurgle. Like it's obviously a Nurgle thing. Yeah. Why does it have to be changed?
I don't understand. Like if it's the same, why bother?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Like that was just, I mean, I get that unwieldy, cumbersome and heavy are different.
Thematic.
But when I was reading it, it kind of reminded me of...
Me too. Yeah, I had the same conversation.
And I was just sort of like, what?
Yeah, each time this operative would lose a wound, roll 1d6 on a 5+. That wound is not lost. That's the same.
What's the point?
Yeah.
What is the point in that?
Their sludge grubs, like that, you can take 4 of them as their equipment, have AP1 flamers on them.
What?
Do you guys know this? Yes. So you can, listen, think about this. Post up in a room, guard, and then just dare somebody to walk through the door. By the way, guard is great. I played a bunch of Into the Dark last night. I loved it so much. Like I can't sing enough of its praises. I just am such a big fan. But yeah, like they're going to be hard to stop. Are you running an
elite team when you've been playing? Because I've heard that elite teams have it a little rougher because they get out activated a lot easier. I've not played it yet, but I've heard.
Right. But that's always the problem, isn't it? Like, it's that you always get... But here's my thing. My elite team won't get shot off the board. Haven't you? Yeah, and guard. Like, a heavy bolter on guard down a hallway, it's like, all right, you really want to open this door? Because you're probably going to die. And because I was running Legionaries. And Legionaries into Blooded. And Blooded, by the way, are a lot better on this board. I'm just...
they would be.
I'm so high on Into the Dark right now. Big fan. Really big fan.
There's going to be, I think, quite a few teams.
I'm looking forward to playing it.
There's going to be a few teams like that, I think, with, that on the big open boards, they may struggle a bit, i.e. the Blooded, like things with low armor saves. But all of a sudden, you're giving those teams that ability to have cover up until the last minute where they've still got low wounds, but their damage output and their numbers, all of a sudden, I played against the Blooded on a very terrain-heavy board, and they were actually really tough because... couldn't get any shots on them. And then all of a sudden, the fact that they're only 7 wounds or whatever doesn't matter as much because you haven't plinked off 5 of them on the way in. They're still out activating you and at full strength by the time you're in that awkward, well, if I charge, you're going to charge me or vice versa kind of space. Yeah, I can see the Blooded being very good in Into the Dark.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Plus being able to hide behind someone and a lot more reliably reduce damage with you just take away a die, which is, I think that's great. Lovely little change to the rules. So small, but like it's easy to remember. Be like, oh, well, instead of you can automatically retain one, just take away one of the, can you still automatically retain or is it basically replaced it?
Oh, that's a good question.
I've not played it. I've not even broken open the rules. A bit behind.
You're too busy playing games that are not Kill Team.
Yeah.
No. I went to the local. Pardon me. I went to the local. I don't know why I wanted to say market. I don't know why that was in my head. Local market. I didn't go to a local market.
Went to the shops, right? That's what you guys call them.
The shops.
Yeah.
The local shop. Yeah, the local shop. You don't say shop. You say store.
Yeah, we go to the store.
No.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Only plebs and peons say shop. Thanks very much. No, I went to the local shop to play. I have no idea if Will watches, but shout out to Will. I played Will, who played his Vet Guard into my Nurgle Legionaries. Because we both just picked up Into the Dark So I said, while we were there picking up Into the Dark, let's have a game. But we went old school, current edition, not Into the Dark expansion. But everyone's very excited. A couple of people walked in and picking up their Into the Dark. So
and they saw you
hopeful.
and they were like, "Is that Russ from GELLERPOX
Ben
Gaming
from Brothers Tabletop?" And then a couple of people tried to mob me, and I was like, I'm not him. And they were like, "Okay, we'll let you live." Because that guy's the devil, and I'm
We're
like,
gonna kill him.
Hey,
we're here to kill that guy.
Just gave you your
Kill
pants
that guy.
back and said, "Get out of here."
Get out of here, you scamp!
With the pitchfork.
I ran through town.
Hey, where's that?
Showing?
Yeah.
You were going to do an
I
Australian accent.
almost did
then.
my British accent.
I was British.
Can you try one?
No,
I can never tell. tell.
You guys didn't do the American accent last episode, so I'm not doing a British one this time.
Touche. Ben,
It's too much pressure.
tell us a little bit about, like obviously we touched very briefly. Did you find like the rules, were they easy to pick up, easy to implement? Did you have any things you kept forgetting?
Oh yeah.
Or was it pretty easy to run and gun?
It was pretty easy, guys. Like if you have if you're set on the rules from current edition, open board, regular stuff, going into this, it's just little things that make life easier. Like the line of sight stuff, like I'm so happy. I play with my brother. My brother, like, we're casual. He's like casual plus. He's like extra casual. And so like a lot of the feels bads of like vantage points and stuff like that, he's like, okay, just isn't a fan of it. Even like he was a big fan because it streamlines it in a really nice way. But also like the doors, it's like it's one more thing to think about, but in kind of a fun way. It's like, okay, I got to send this guy up to open the door so then I can open it and pop through with this guy and set him on guard so I can lock down this hallway. And that's a really fun element that's been missing, because normally it's just like, okay, well, turn one, I can shoot 3 people. Which 3 do I want to shoot? It's just, it adds a lot more, in my opinion, like fun choice that you didn't normally have to make. And like the hallways and stuff, like I can't, like, it was so cool. Like I had my Balefire Acolyte on one end of the hallway and a blooded leader with a plasma pistol on the other one. It was just, we just crouched down. And we were like, oh man, like felt like I was 12 again. I was like, this is so cool. And, really
I
good
think that's
stuff.
one of the big benefits that
I'm looking forward to
visually that it has over Arena. Not that I played much Arena, but I do remember seeing Arena boards and it being just the doorways and models, and it kind of, I know, yes, you can use your imagination, but the thematic part of having the walls,
it sucks.
Like this, just as you said, people would walk past and go, oh, that looks really cool. Like it's so visually striking in terms of a setup, because that's it. A board without terrain, like imagine playing a normal game of Kill Team with no terrain. And you had to use your imagination from the things drawn on the picture.
Imagine playing without models and instead you use quarters. Like that's it's the same thing. Like, and shout out to Sheldon from Kill Team Stream, good dude. We keep having this debate, a very friendly debate over arena style versus 3D terrain, and he's pro arena and I'm pro 3D terrain. So shout out to Sheldon if he watches this. I don't know, good dude. But I hate playing without terrain. It's like, I want to feel immersed in this. I want to feel like I'm playing. I want people to, like, just like you said, Rhys, walk by and say, hey, what's that? Because that's how you get new players to play Kill Team. I had another, I'm just shouting out dudes over here, but shout out to my good buddy, Andrew K, who sent me some dope lighted terrain. Every time I play that at the shops, everybody walks by and they're just like, whoa, like they leave their game of 40K to come see what's happening. And so
it's store.
Jackass. So I totally agree. I totally agree with that, and I agree that I'm a jackass. So yes,
One rule that I was very surprised to hear about this, and I heard it from a few sources, but I guess and that was because the model I was most looking forward to was the big man with the chain fist in the Breacher team, as the name would suggest. Yeah, and we saw even on Warhammer Plus in the practice match or the launch game that they did.
Those
that model,
idiots.
Yeah, that model used that said chain fist to drill through the wall and make his way through and make like an ingress, not a writhing ingress. Don't get confused, GSC players.
A non-writhing ingress.
A non-writhing ingress. And that actually cannot be done, as the Vestorian breach of their models is now useless fist. We talked about this rule and we thought it was going to be like open slather. We thought maybe melters would be able to do it, potentially power fists. Like what would be the
so wrong.
Punching walls.
I've got to say two things. One, I'm lost because I still thought we could do all that. And two things, roll that sweet, sweet intro music.
It's just a game, rolling some dice for big movers. You can't tell the difference, then you need Rhys's rules.
What can the dude with a fist? Can he no longer go through walls?
Give us the official ruling.
Yeah, let's have a look at. Like, I thought he was like powering through.
I should have rolled the intro first, so that's apologies by me. It's just been so long. I had to get it was like an old Super Nintendo game. I was like had to blow into the get all the dust out. So we'll get but it's basically
I love cartridges.
It's got to do with
I still like him.
What an old man, Russ. What an old man you are.
Damn. I remember my brother got a SNES. Oh, legendary.
It's got to
You
do
guys call him a SNES?
That was what it was. Yeah, the
call him
SNES. We call SNES.
Oh,
SNES.
we call him just
SNES.
Like we just like spell it out. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
Or you don't do
SNES.
that, do you?
Yeah,
You call it SNES.
SNES, yeah.
You're a madman.
Yeah, we're idiots over here. We're not doing
Do you
well,
actually
guys.
do that? Do you call it an SEGA as well, or is it Sega?
That's a Sega, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you say it like that.
I did
You
have
say it like,
I had a
obviously.
Sega Genesis. Yeah, I did. Yeah, come on, guys. We're not idiots over here.
You had an SEGAGENE.
You had a NINTENDO? What?
What the hell? I forgot what we were talking about now. I think we were in Rhys's rules.
No,
weren't we?
it was really good because it bought me time
sorry
to
to
actually
derail
look up
that.
the rule. So it was actually really good.
That's what it was. We got an SOS message from Rhys being like, "I'm not there, guys. Talk
sauce.
about shit." And I was like,
Do you guys
We've
call
got
that a
nothing.
sauce? Do you guys call SOS sauce over there?
Yeah,
So-
just send out a sauce. Just get the sauce out.
Sausages.
Sauce out.
Yeah.
Love a good
Actually, no,
saucing, yeah.
your sauce out will get you in trouble, so be careful with that one too.
I was going to say that is something else.
So the key word, obviously, is that those rules, the breaching rules, was going through a wall. Walls have the trait, which is operatives cannot move over or through wall terrain regardless of any other rules, other than a result of the accessible trait, which is basically when a door opens, it is
When you
now
open the door.
accessible. And that's the rule that ruins it. That takes away your ability to punch through.
Did they play it wrong in the?
Yes,
I'm going to
did,
say
yeah.
I've still not watched the game.
Yeah. Oh,
So they played it wrong in the game. I know. I'm sorry, Ben.
yeah. Can we just go back? What else have you been watching?
I finished Interrogator, the series.
I haven't started it yet. Was it any good?
It's all right. It has moments.
It's okay. It's basically Warhammer TV. I can kind of sum up with,
Eh.
I want to say the guy, it's not Richard Armitage, but it sounds a little bit like Richard Armitage, the guy who's doing the voice.
By the way,
He's
did you
got a
see
great
somebody?
voice.
Somebody confirmed the last part where
saw.
you're like, yeah, he confirmed for you. Yeah.
It's Clancy. Someone said that after I mentioned it, like they checked his wiki and it had been updated with the Exodite. I like to think I helped him out there. I think it's possible
did.
that Clancy did not want to be associated, and he was just like, "Pay me a good sum of money. I'm already pretty famous. You don't need me. I'm not going to get anything from this. So
I
just,
don't need you.
Lots of money,
basically.
thanks."
Is what they're saying.
Yeah. I don't need you, G-Dub. But no,
Nerds.
I didn't realize. They should have name dropped. He's a big deal. They should have name dropped.
I don't know
him.
why they wouldn't. Yeah.
Why not? Clancy deals the man. Clancy deals the man. Clancy Brown. I have no idea where we were again. We were on rules. Rhys.
Well, look, I hope no one was following along. No one was trying to follow along with the rules. So now back
So
to
that's
Clancy.
obviously an FAQ.
Well, no. It's just that's the rule in the book.
rules.
It's just in the. So I'm not sure. I mean, I think this will be something that will be FAQ'd
We
very
need an
quickly.
FAQ.
I think it'll be the first thing they highlight.
Rule? What's the rule for the fist then? Because presumably the fist
You can punch
says.
Do you guys want to talk about Nintendos again? While
that's
I
the
find
rule
this?
for these fists.
Ooh, not this one though. I use this for sleight of hand and card tricks, but this one.
That's the slap chop hand,
punching
isn't it,
hand.
Russ? That's the slap chop hand.
That's the slap chop.
Okay, so
You know, I made those sound effects.
breach
way.
point. Breach point
For the
here.
slap chop. Breach point.
Place your breach point token so it is within the cost an AP of this operative and a train feature no more than triangle thick. In friendly Imperial operatives can move through that part of the train that are no more than triangle thick, as if it were not there, so long as they do so within triangle of that token. So
That sounds like they can still do it.
yes,
Because they're not moving through the wall, they're moving through the breaching token. Like writhing ingress, basically, isn't it?
well, but that's apparent. Well, again, I have seen nothing official either way, but the few conversations I've heard and the general consensus is that
From
it's
players who are better than us.
yes, from
say
players
that.
who legitimately didn't have
No such players exist.
that didn't need a distraction about Nintendos to find the rulebook. The consensus seems to be that no. So, because I was excited being a GSC player primarily, I was super excited because I was like writhing ingress for life. Like this is
All
going to
day,
be
baby,
awesome.
yeah.
I do agree.
Interesting.
It's probably a big feels bad, and I reckon this is where it's fallen over. Is that for players or teams that don't have something like that, it's probably pretty debilitating. You know, like it's if the other team like we've set up this really good lockdown of this
big
room,
bonus.
and you just go and go around them.
That's actually that's a good point.
But
And
then
same-
again, fellas, they're called breachers. It's in their freaking name. Like, if not, what's their thing? They can do a random GA2 thing.
I think
Like I know this is just a model's ability. I know that, but they're called breachers, and now they can't breach.
my favorite part is he can do the opposite of breaching though. He can lock up doors. He can make
With
the
his
doors
chain fist
with his
somehow.
chain fist. So he's
He can,
actually
he can weld them shut. Yeah,
And so
so
the-
they cost 2 AP to open now.
Yeah, so it makes it double the AP to open. And
That's
also
pretty strong, though. I bet.
Yeah, I think that
It
is.
seems like a confusing skill.
Like
Yeah.
in the match we played last night, there was a door in a hallway, and then there was 2 points. So if you could like weld that shut, that would probably be a huge deal.
Yeah, so weld shut. This operative can perform this action while within triangle of a closed hatchway until it is opened. That hatchway is welded shut. While it's welded shut, operatives must subtract an additional action point to perform operate hatch. And also he, as said now door opener, it can never be more than each time this operative would perform the operate hatch action, no more than one action point needs to be subtracted. So he can't have a door locked on him. I guess if it's a trick more than one
that's where his
team's using.
breachingness comes in, I guess.
Yeah, so maybe there's it's breaching light. It's breaching light.
Cool.
Yeah. So
that's a
there'll
bit
be
It's
of
a
some
weird one. There's got to be
Yeah.
an FAQ coming out on that. That's
That
weird.
might just a raw to that, but yeah.
Like, or at least like,
Just to
here's
clarify.
okay. If you won't let him breach through walls, then he should be able to open doors for free. In my opinion, that should be his
that
thing.
feels like a nice. I don't know why they don't just try and. Well, I guess it would be quite hard to give everyone all of a sudden an operative but is that not super hard if like anything on a 40 mil base like a hive warrior just say like you get a rule which means that you can effectively do the breach movement but then there's certain teams like
most
you'd have
teams
to
don't
give,
have the 40 mil. Yeah,
you'd have to give their Crutox back, which honestly would have been perfect for smashing through walls, but it wouldn't have been. It'd be
I was
hard one.
thinking
Anyone with a power
we-
fist could be able to do it.
Yeah, we touched on like melter guns too. Is there something there that any team with like a melter or melter gun equivalent? Most teams, if they don't have a melter,
love
have
that.
something.
they
very
let us
similar.
on though.
Yeah, I thought that
GW's
they
article
they
let us
did,
on. They were
yeah.
like, unless a rogue melter shot punches a hole through the Space Hulk, and I was like, whoa, what?
Maybe someone's got a power sword.
No, see that's
Really?
rules
Kinda
as
just like-
written.
No.
Rules is written versus rules intended.
Like,
They
wow.
said, unless wink, you just got to read the subtext in that, Ben. That's really on you as the reader. But you read what you wanted to read. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I still think it's really cool. I just think I can understand how it would probably it's like we've set up this really cool terrain that makes the mission play a certain way, and I guess I can understand rules that break that would probably lead to some pretty unbalanced games. So I can understand it.
Right.
I kind of think it's fair. It's like the whole new thing about Into the Dark is like it feels like the main thing is the board layout's slightly different and the terrain's the whole thing. And the most game breaking thing you can do is just ignore one aspect of the game. Like the Harlequins, we're going to ignore, like in the previous edition with their flip belt, they could just 3d6 charge anywhere across the board. And that was really annoying. I hated that. It was great playing as it, but it was like, that's harsh as hell. And if you could just be like, that wall, I'm going to ignore it. I could understand why it's a bit harsh. It's just, they obviously haven't thought about it because it's some teams have it.
In saying that,
like
the
once
Harlequins
per game.
Saying that, Harlequins can actually in this new terrain because they've got the fly keyword. They just ignore walls as well. I'm sure that'll still be a thing because Harlequins always seem to break game mechanics.
Well, they ignore the operatives, don't they?
Yeah, like it's still
they
good
just jump
they
over people's heads.
They could go through a hallway with ignore all that terrain and people. But yeah, thank God they can't just like bounce through the wall. That would
in
suck
that way though.
So
it's
bad.
so thematic for the Harlequins. I see like the Harlequin like slow motion running down the corridor. Hits the little, that was me patting my belly, hits the little belt, and then all of a sudden he's just running on the roof, and he's just running on the roof of the thingies, and that's why they can just run all over the place, and that's cool.
Yeah,
but obviously they can't run through the walls because that doesn't make any sense until we get Necrons with their whole phase shifting mechanics.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. And a Breacher Boy's not that good as well on this board. Like, you probably still take him, but, can't breach through walls, which... understandable.
I've not run commandos to know if they're like a decent melee threat.
They're really fun. They're very fun.
I assume they're pretty decent in combat as well.
Yeah, always down for a good crump.
They're fun, but that's the thing is, that's the because they don't deal out the thing that's brutal. They don't deal out a ton of attacks, so it's more the benefit of it is that it's the surprise. So a few there'll be a few models like that, which all of a sudden will be a bit like but I think it's significantly less models doing that way, which is going to hurt. Again, you don't have to take the Breacher Boy.
Yeah,
you could take another
a regular boy,
a regular boy.
Yeah,
things like
it's quite cool that. It's like it's changing up what you might take.
The grot may not be so good now.
Yeah. I mean,
guys, I am all in on the new Squig meta.
Ooh.
I think bomb Squig meta is going to be the move. Just send him down a hallway.
Still devastated we don't get a sniffer Squig.
I know. Wow.
That's a callback. That's a callback to the first pod, I think.
It is. And there's still time, Russ. There's still time. Give it time. There's more releases coming. Create
just a nose with legs.
You need to make some orc breaches and then turn the cat into the sniffer Squig. That's really on you.
Yes.
That's really
on you. Can I put an idea out into the warp real quick?
Yeah. You may.
Okay.
No.
GELLERPOX, right? If you don't love the aesthetic, right? Hear me out. 4 mega knobs, 3 boys, and then 4 grots, and then
I love this.
And then for your little bugs, squigs.
Oh, I love this idea already.
There you go.
That's amazing.
Isn't it good? Isn't it great? I might do it. I love it.
When I retell this story, I'm going to. When I do this locally with people who haven't heard the pod, it's going to be my idea, but I like it.
Now, I don't want to steal an idea here, but I'm going to quickly combine some. We were going to talk about this a little bit later in
What a thief.
Ben's book club, but maybe we can cut this if we decide it's a terrible idea. We did talk about the idea of Orktober.
It's coming up, folks.
And at some point, the Intercessor Challenge has to end. It's wrapping. It has to end. It's wrapping up.
All good things.
What if we looked at, because I actually like and Russ, this is going to be right up your alley too. What if we did look at some form of orc proxy team? So you could pick any other team and make the orcs fit.
I've got a great idea for an orc proxy team.
Russ, I think you've got an original idea to tell us. Take us
mega knobs, yeah?
What is like Timon and Pumbaa? where
Carry on, Rhys.
Pumbaa says the thing and Timon's like, oh, that's a horrible idea. Wait, I've got
an idea.
And then,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that, but
same
I'm
thing.
just saying, maybe we float that out there, see if there's interest, because I think there could be some really cool teams that you could, and some options that you could, because I love that thing of like, I saw there's that Imperial Guard army that's an entire grot army. Like I always love that.
Oh,
Roaring
yeah.
Guard.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So I always love that idea of the orcs just kind of copy stuff they like. So yeah, hey, there's something there.
I really love that idea.
And
I've
they're
got
good
3
kids,
Mega Knobs as well.
Oh,
Oh, you
And
do?
I've got
Ben, he's
that'd be
3/4 of
such
the
a
way
cool-
through your idea. This is fantastic.
Ben's idea. Whoa. Hey,
That's his
I don't even
original
know who's
IP.
editing this one.
Mr. Black. It'll be fantastic.
There's
so,
that
yeah,
American accent.
there you go. Yeah. So now to wrap up Rhys's rules, there's one other. I've got a little Rhys's rules rant. Recently played my first game with the Corsairs. Regular, vanilla, if you will, not ITD.
And how'd it go?
I got stomped.
Oh, really? Oh no.
And I would like to blame one model in particular.
Oh my goodness.
Someone really not carrying their weight. Someone really letting the entire Corsair team down. And it's not actually a Corsair themselves, it's a pet. It is the Pokemon
Pokemon,
itself. It's
A
the
Pokemon, a mascot.
the Felchew or the Failchew. You know the
Fail
one.
Chew.
The Felchew.
The failed chew.
Or yeah,
Failchew.
as I now call it, it is the Failed Chew. Is this the most underwhelming ability in Kill Team? Because
Second
Rhys,
only
just-
to this chain fist loser.
oh yeah,
Yes.
well, we got a new contender. It's like, is this the biggest fail rule in vanilla, not ITT?
Yeah.
Because obviously,
Is it the worst thing in Kill Team?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so bad. You got the rules there, Rhys?
yeah. So because I'll put it into
It is with a refresher.
I'll put it into
Or do we need
context
to go
as
on
well.
a Nintendo rant again?
No, I this time I was borderline ready. So it's 1 AP. Your character has your Void Scarred Kernite Hunter, spends 1 AP. You select one enemy operative with a conceal order that is visible to this operative. Roll 1d6, adding 1 to the result for each of the following. That enemy operative is within pentagon of this operative. That enemy operative is not ready. That enemy operative is not within triangle of heavy cover. On a 6-up, let me just reiterate.
It's already not great. It's
until
already
the
not great.
End of the turning point, friendly Corsair operatives treat that enemy operative as if it has an engage order. So and this is what I found, basically, there was a sniper who was in conceal. I sent my Kernite Hunter up there to reveal him because he was giving me a bit of grief. And I hadn't read the rules at this point. I just knew that what it did was reveal that guy, and I had plans. You know,
Oh, you pulled a Russ. Yeah, you did a Russ.
Yeah, exactly. He threw him up there. Went, okay, so look at the conditions. I'd only met one of those other conditions, so it was
Smooth.
I spent 1 AP for a 5-up
Ooh.
chance to potentially,
Okay.
if I get lucky, make this operative unconcealed. I failed it, obviously.
Oh, you don't
Of
say.
course.
You don't say.
Maybe surprised.
See previous comments about getting stomped.
Yes. I don't. When there's other units in other teams that have similar abilities for 1 AP, and there's other ways to do it, I just feel like if you meet those 3 criteria, so the enemy operative within pentagon, so you're already very close. The enemy operative is not ready, so you've had to wait till they've done something. And then that the enemy operative is also not within triangle of heavy cover, it's still a 3-up. So it's still like...
Yeah, it's still 50-50. You've got to work quite hard to get a 50-50. I think the only thing that's saving it, which I realize now upon you reading the rules, is that everyone gets to
that's the
treat
only
them
saving
as...
grace.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that makes it good. That means like... It feels so arbitrary that they have to not be ready, though.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
seem.
the
If
weird
you're
one.
thinking fluff-wise,
Yeah.
presumably they will be harder to spot.
Because they'd
if
be
they-
hiding. They're done.
Yeah, like if they're like I've shot, they won't be like checking to see where everyone. I know I'm going way too in the weeds with this, but like it feels really arbitrary to be like, they're not ready. Like, I don't know what else you would do, but
And usually, like, if they've activated too, like, that would be really powerful. Yeah, exactly. If you could do it at the start of your turn, that operative's like visible to everyone. Yeah, way too powerful. But it's probably not going to be the first or second or third activation. So, like, by that point, how many operatives have you also got left who haven't activated?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like your
normally
whole
you want to
team.
shut down a threat before they get to do their thing.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah.
you know, this feels to me like last edition of Kill Team, where there was a lot of like roll a dice and see what happens, bud.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you had like your gun. Like, do you guys remember? You used to roll 1 dice for most guns.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'm going to shoot you my plasma pistol. It's 1 dice hitting on a 5 up because you're further than 6 inches away. Like, that's what this feels like to me. It's like, you know, good luck, dude.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. You have a good day, you have a bad day based. And again, it is a dice game fundamentally. I understand that, but I still feel like this is inherently massively skewed. And then I double check, so maybe it's been FAQ'd, maybe it's been upgraded. No,
Nope.
it's just, and I get it, it's just a bird. I understand it can only do so much.
But it is a Fauci, though.
But it's a space bird. And I feel
You
like
know what
birds-
we've learned here, guys? You know what we've learned about this podcast is that all birds suck. Falchus suck.
Yeah.
Flame
Yeah.
eagles suck.
Yeah.
Birds
Whoa.
are the
Whoa.
source. Birds are the source of a lot of our problems. That's what I've learned here on this podcast.
So
That's fair.
that's my
That's more than fair.
rules, my rules rants. That's as in depth as I get.
I
with the
agree.
rules,
You're
guys.
justified.
But I found that one to be a head scratcher.
Yeah, no, we witness
yeah.
you. We
Especially
justify
'cause
your
it costs-
frustration.
Especially because it costs an AP too. So it means if you do that,
that feels harsh.
yeah, you've had
that
to
feels
you've had to
harsh.
forego something else.
Yeah.
Like you've gone this, and you can't build around it. You can't plan around it because there's a good
No.
chance it's not going to happen.
And then you're
I
probably
almost-
sacrificing that model because he
Yeah,
had to get so
100%.
close, and he's probably out in the open,
'Cause
so he's probably
He's
dead
probably
now.
moving. Yeah. You have to move to get him there. I'd almost want to be like, you can spend a CP to get a +1 to that roll.
Yeah.
So that the best case scenario, you can get a 2 up, but you've spent a CP. And it's still bad, and you're
Yeah.
still going to roll that 1.
Yes, absolutely.
And and that's if you've met all the. So
Right.
if you've got
even
nothing,
with the follow-up CP, you then roll for the re-roll to roll the second one.
Yeah.
That's how, as it always
But the-
happens with CP re-rolls.
I mean, the thing is, you could always punt it for the 6 up, so you don't have to be within all that range. Do you? You can just be like, I'll go for a 6 up. I'm not within range. He hasn't gone yet, and blah, blah, blah. Like, so you can be like,
Right.
6 up, but it's probably not going to happen. But if
Nah.
it does, that's really strong. I think that maybe that's where they have the trouble balancing it. Because if you
Yeah.
manage to roll a 6 up from across the board, that guy's dead and he's not had any chance to do anything
Right.
because everyone can then shoot. But it's not like the spotter skill where the next person then immediately gets to go.
Right.
So they could just move that person out of line of sight.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to synergize very well. It's probably that's exactly
Yeah.
it. Doesn't seem to synergize very well. That's how I felt. Like it's because
Right.
exactly like same thing.
think that's
If they haven't gone yet, yeah, exactly. You do it, and then they just scarper out of the way anyway. So yeah, I
They
don't.
fire and then move.
Yeah. So it's like, well, I see what your plan is. See you.
Yeah, I wonder what you're going to do next.
Yeah. So look,
Yeah.
that's my thoughts.
That's a fair
Yeah.
Rhys rules rant. A triple R, if you will.
Play the outro.
Line of sight. Vantage point. Obscure. Dash. It's just a game, rolling some dice. Predictables. You can't tell the difference, then you need Rhys's rules.
Oh,
It's the same as the intro, right?
it's exactly the same.
We do
yeah.
this. It's the same.
Good stuff. I have to agree.
All right.
Agree.
Yeah. That's fair.
Obviously, I'm pretty worked up right now. I do need to cool off. I need something positive to happen, and when I need something positive to happen, I remind myself that I may not be the people's champ, but I'm the Legions of Russ champ 2-time.
Screw you.
The 2 belt
I'm doing this. I'm doing the
holding.
bra strap.
Yeah, I've got one here. I've got the community, the guest belt. I've got the.
You're wearing them like suspenders. Is what you're doing.
I just carry them in here, and I just go. You know what? Let's play some Legions of Russ.
It's time. And we're only going to say this once, maybe twice, sometimes thrice. I'll play it over.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
I don't know what play it over means.
Oh, man. That delay is so hard to work with.
So, welcome, weary travelers, to Legions of Russ. Lay down your head, relax, stay a while. This has now become a sleep help app. But we're going to remind everyone.
You always put me
it
to
annoys
sleep,
Ben.
so when you talk, so.
Wow. Wow.
I can't sleep usually after this.
And Rhys has won.
Yeah!
Oh, God!
How it works. Triple champ. Ben didn't know it, but triple champ status,
Oh
triple
my
C.
God.
You and Henry Cejudo are the triple C's.
Damn right.
No, so Ben, Rhys is winning in the. We're no longer doing the Gestinental belt. It is now like the trademark Joe there, the Gestinental belt. So Rhys is currently the Legions of Russ heavyweight title holder, the Gestinental title holder, but he's only winning by 1 point.
Only as good as your last game.
All to play for.
Only as good as your last game.
It is. For me, it is all to play for, yes.
It is. Ben, you can get the belt back, the heavyweight title.
I need it. I'm the people's champ. I'm the true people's champ. I'm not the real
There's
champ.
some people rooting. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
You're
I
the
have
number one contender
I have no doubt Ben is the people's champ.
because there's only 2 of you.
And
By default,
I'm
you
not
are
the real
number one
champ.
contender.
I'm not actually winning.
No,
I'm not actually
no.
good at this. But in some people's hearts, I am.
the imaginary
Yeah.
champ, they call him.
Everyone likes an underdog.
The
and
man
you
who
are the
would
big
be
dog.
king.
Hey, Rhys.
Yeah.
Hey, Rhys.
Yes, hello.
What's it like to be a champion?
It just
Tell us.
It just smells like success up here, boys. It just smells like success. So it's,
all right, Russ, what you got for us today, brother?
Fantastic. So, welcome to Legions of Russ. In this game, we are going to give you chapters from the 40k, the universe of 40k. We're going for Space Marine chapters, and it's going to be a cryptic riddle clue, and you have to guess. If you can guess without any follow-up clues, you can get 2 points, 2 big ones. The deuce. If you need follow-up clues, it then goes down to 1 point. We are giving half points if you're able to guess part of the chapter. You will get half a point. If you then go on to guess the full chapter, defaults to either your 1 or 2 if you didn't need clues. But if the other person gets it, they get the full points, but you still retain your half point. So it's a way to get the scores. We're going to be playing the Legions of Russ as seasons, and I'm not decided what we're going to do. It's probably going to be 1st to 10, and then we'll move on to a different season so we can have a season winner.
Ooh.
Wait, hold on a
Maybe
minute.
Rhys.
Hold on a minute. Does this
What?
mean that Rhys is not the champion yet?
Technically speaking, no. He holds the belt temporarily, and it is technically
Interim.
all to play for.
I'm the interim champ.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I mean,
The interim champ
if the world ended tomorrow, Rhys would be the
would be
champion.
the champ. The
That's
dies the
how it's going to
champion.
be. Yeah. So
And
it's
what a way to
he
go.
is the champ.
What a way to go.
On a high, on the highest of highs. In
On
fact,
your
bring it
your
on.
obituary.
Bring it on.
Yeah. He died as the interim champ on a podcast.
When the bar's set
Yeah.
low, you'll always achieve, ladies and gentlemen.
So
and then,
I have to-
and then, guys, I have to announce this at the top. I have a very special guest submitted from
Ooh.
Willie.
Oh.
From Willie, our good buddy listener Willie has submitted a very wholesome Legions of Russ for you, Russ, to play
Ooh.
for.
I'm
Yes.
excited because I don't get to play Legions of Russ.
And Rhys, I'm going
Um,
to send this to you as well, so you can help me with this.
Okay, nice. I dig it. Maybe if we both
You
say
get
it
to be
really slowly together at Russ.
That'll yeah.
That delay, with that slight delay, it'll be amazing. I have to warn you, we've got 2 today, and one of them is possibly the most controversial chapter. Not in itself controversial, but you'll realize when we get it that is quite a
if we get it.
If we get it, I don't think it's hard to guess, but it's going to take some. You'll find out, but it's out there.
Interesting.
It's a very old chapter. I guess that's sort of a hint.
Can I just say, when we get to Legions of Russ, my heart starts pumping faster. I'm not even joking. I'm not kidding right now. Like I get like anxiety every time we play Legions of Russ because I'm so like, oh, I gotta get one. I gotta get one this time.
You started. I think Rhys basically came alive recently. Rhys had a moment backstage where he was just slapping himself, kicking trees, being like, he had a montage. It was a montage.
It was a big montage.
It was a training montage for sure. He was in the snow. He was. Not that you get snow, but
there was a temple at one point that I was at.
You did that thing with the bricks.
Wrestle the bear.
One exploded.
Punching. Yeah.
All of which I found later out, none of those skills required for Legions of Russ. It was actually a lot of wasted time.
And then on the way home, you just read Wikipedia, and that's how you got good at it. Yeah.
And then you just basically Venmo'd me like £5 and was like, just tell me what they are. And I'll as soon as Ben starts looking like he's going to get it, I'll just snipe in there. Yeah. And I was like, now you're using your head.
Yeah. They call me the Soul Crusher. I just, sorry, actually, no. A few people appreciated the nickname the Hamburglar last week. So I'm going to stick with the Hamburglar. Rhys the Hamburglar salmon.
Yeah, I love the idea that you guys are like wrestling personas, and Rhys is the heel, heel Hamburglar, and Ben's the face, the baby face, and then people really wanted to win, but the storyline's just not going his way.
The Hamburglar's got the belt again. Rubble, and I'm out of here.
Maybe you know what? You were doing your best work, Ben, when you were wearing the singlet.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Sun's out, guns out.
I'm a fool.
Are we ready, contestants? Are we ready? I will remind you at home as well that your name is your buzzer. Make sure to scream obnoxiously loudly your own name before they guess. I hate to say it, but in the previous episode, Glass, Andy, our guest, learned the hard way that you need to call your name out first because, oh boy, did he get hamburgled. He was, he
got burgled so bad it hurt.
Yeah.
Some
the back doors were smashed in.
He'll never own a burger again. He'll never own a burger again.
Yeah. That was the moment of silence for our fallen friend. Now, that was it. We had that just Glass buddy.
We
know who really won that.
Or a glass out.
Like the snakes.
Went out. Or went out for everybody.
Foreshadowing.
I thought you were talking about Brotherhood.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, foreshadowing.
Yeah, the waters of Ithaca. Yeah. All right,
spoilers,
let's get into this.
Spoilers. Okay, Rhys. I was going to say Rhys's rules. Rhys, are you ready? Champ?
Born that way.
Double champ. DC? It's born ready. Second place? Spare to the air? Ben?
Ready, body and soul. Yep.
I'm using spare to the air again.
I like it.
Okay, so... Are we ready? Okay, at home, let's go.
Are you
ready?
This
is round 6. I'm not ready. I'm never ready. Could you talk about Nintendo for a little bit while I get ready?
Yeah, sure.
No. So we're on round 6. Although, technically round 6. Although I think we still include the tiebreakers or whatever. And so here we go. It's 2 words. I'm giving that straight up. There's no abridging words, nothing in between. Just 2 words you're looking for. I'm going to go through it, and then we'll go through it again. Here we go. A devilish... Put my teeth in. A devilish creature uses its listening holes to make sure nothing is fake, throwing out forcefully Miss McPherson as it sets up a number of local area networks for a party. Sorry for the pause there. I'll read it again. A devilish creature uses its listening holes to make sure nothing is fake, throwing out forcefully Miss McPherson as it sets up a number of local area networks for a party. I'm going to split this into their individual words. So word 1 is a devilish creature uses its listening holes to make sure nothing is fake. That's word 1. And then the second word is throwing out forcefully Miss McPherson as it sets up a number of local area networks for a party. 2 words. I feel like this one's not terrible. I know there's some people out there that are getting 2 pointers on this, and I feel like one of you guys are about due a 2-pointer. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys have become seasoned pros.
Devilish creature, you say?
A devilish creature uses its listening holes to make sure nothing is fake. It's the first word. How are people feeling? Does anyone want to go for a 2-pointer that might become a half-pointer? Has anyone got any ideas that they want to throw out? Again, if you're at home, guess in the comments, shout out loud if you're traveling.
Can you give me the second part?
Yes, of course I can. It is throwing out just the words. So so the second word is made up of 3 bits, and it is throwing out forcefully. That's the first bit. Ms. McPherson, that's the second bit, as it sets up a number of local area networks for a party. So there's 3 bits. Throwing out forcefully, Ms. McPherson, as it sets up a number of local area networks for a party.
I'm going to guess 1 word.
You're going to guess just 1 word?
Yeah.
Or you're going to guess the full thing?
That means we can't get the full thing, right?
No, you can get both.
Well, if you guess and I don't give any more clues and Rhys comes in and snipes it,
I've got the second word.
Okay, I think I have the second word too. Ben, is it chaplain?
No.
Oh, interesting.
It's Rhys. The second word is Castellan. Castellans.
Rhys
sorry.
has it.
Ooh.
Yeah, Castellans. So cast, throw out
party.
forcefully, L. McPherson and Lands, setting up multiple local area networks for a party. So it's just the first word we're looking for. This was good. I mean,
wow.
I'm not going to say, I think we might get our first 2-pointer, people.
Dude, Rhys is crushing this, man.
Just got to work out that
Rhys,
first one.
Rhys woke up. Rhys woke up and he was like, "It's time to work."
I just wake up and piss excellence, boys.
So a devilish creature uses its listening holes to make sure nothing is fake.
I feel like it's just the devilish creature that's got me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which it's probably going to be, once I hear it, that's so obvious.
Yes. I think so.
I just keep thinking.
Oh, so that's half a point for Rhys so far.
Just building the
Just
lead.
so we know. I'll score it afterwards because obviously Rhys, you might still end up getting it.
A devilish creature.
I've not had to give any clues yet. You guys are getting serious.
One of us is.
Which is great. Spare to the airs, kind of phoning in at the moment, if I'm honest, Ben. You need to... I'm waiting for this.
I swung for it. I did swing for it early.
No, good on you for taking a shot.
Yeah. You did take a shot.
Swing and a miss.
You miss every shot you don't take. Remember that. There's a bit of motivation.
And sometimes you miss the shots you do take.
Yeah.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Does any... Oh my God. Rhys, I'm going to give it a little bit of time, but then I'm going to move into the 1 points. What do you want? Do you want to have a pop? Do you want to take a pop at it?
No, I'm drawing a full blank on the devilish creature. I feel like I've got the rest of the word, but it's not. It's not.
Benny, you're going to try and come in with a snipe. You could still get 2 points.
Give me the first bit one more time.
Do you want to say it slightly slower?
You know me, baby.
Slower and louder.
Yeah.
Do you want any particular accent that might help?
American accent would be lovely.
An American. What kind of American? Like a Boston.
Yeah,
Whatever
Boston.
however you would, the American stereotypical accent, whatever that is. Like, I don't know if it's a New Yorker or like if that's like a Southern, whatever.
Coffee.
Yeah, sure.
I'm walking here.
A devilish creature uses its listening holes, to make sure nothing is fake. Yeah? Is that helpful? I could go for a more southern drawl.
No, don't. I'll
Or
swoon.
like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you betcha. Oh, yeah. Devilish creature. Hey, it uses its listening holes to make sure nothing's fake. I feel like I was still going almost New York with that as well. Anything? 2-pointers up here.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get it at 2-pointer.
I think I'm going to give you some help.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some help. So we're moving at the 1-point range, which is not bad for Ben because Rhys currently only got one, like half a point.
Yeah.
So
1.5
Ben,
ahead.
I'm willing this for you. I'm willing
Yeah.
this. Okay. So we're going to start at the back end of this one. So to make sure nothing is fake, I am going to say that this is pronounced more like you would say a famous football team, a famous Spanish football team that's 2 words. It said more like the first word of that.
Oh great, I'm American. What is soccer?
No?
Yeah, they hate anything foreign. What are you doing, man?
So we're going to move past that one. So the second part of this, I think you probably all both got this. So uses its listening holes. Do I need to go into this one? Do you pretty
No,
much,
I've got that
you want
one.
nod,
Yeah, I got
nod from
that,
both
yeah.
people? Okay, so it's the devilish creature. I think this is probably going to be the thing that's going to get an answer. So this might be more typically referred to as a sorcerer's familiar. It might be something that would be...
Rhys.
Oh, son of a gun.
Imperial Castellans.
Oh, that's the one. So imp, ear, real, imperial. That is the Imperial Castellans, and that is...
God. Oh,
So
man, good one.
Imperial Castellans.
Yeah.
So they are obviously a Codex of Sardi's compliant loyalist Space Marine chapter of unknown founding. Almost nothing. This is one of these ones. Almost nothing is currently known about this chapter
par
in
for the
Imperial
course, isn't it?
records. Yes. So this is one of the ones because I'm delving deep into the lexicon. So they're quite a cool. Again, I'm picking all the better paint schemes for the ones we're not doing. They've got a kind of a gold silver. It's kind of like a yellow tinted silver legs and lower arms, and then they've got like a classic ultramarine torso, shoulder pads, and power pack. It's quite a cool paint scheme. They've got quite a nice burnished yellow gold kind of aquila on their chest.
Very cool.
Their chapter badge is an ebon silhouette of an arm wearing an ancient plate armor. So it looks like a knight's armor, holding a sword, kind of aloft.
That's cool.
A field of cerulean blue. So it's quite a cool, like old school army arm. Army arm. Smart talk.
It's a technical term.
Old school.
yeah.
This is verbatim what I'm reading from. Yeah, this is not my words. This is not me stumbling around like a fool in the dark. Oh no. This is what they put. So that is the Imperial Castellans. So
Very
that
nice.
is not the one that was contentious. That's what we're going to hit now.
Oh.
I don't think this is a difficult one to guess. I just don't think you will know the chapter. Not that I assumed you would know.
And
any of
Rhys,
these.
Rhys, you and I have known every single chapter so far, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yep, everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
Yeah.
able to tell Russ the lore on most of them, but
That's
prior
right,
to
yeah.
I mean,
prior to him telling me that there was not much in the Imperial records.
So this
Yeah.
is a departure from what we normally do then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, normally it's straight off the A team, but now I'm going B team.
The only new one I heard that I hadn't heard before was the Drowning Eagles. That was the only one.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
new to me.
Yep.
The flaming
that
drowning eggles,
Oh,
which
sorry,
is such an oxymoron because how can
who
they be in
named that?
the water but
And
on
flaming.
fire?
It's a whole mess.
Eggs.
It's a whole thing, man. It's a whole thing.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The fried, burning, drowned eggles.
Delicious.
Doesn't sound very nice. So I'm going to ask for the jingle again.
Oh,
Again? You're so greedy.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
And we're back in. Thank you very much. This one that goes out to Glass.
So
who
nice.
specifically said he wanted to hear it multiple times.
We had to play it
Yeah.
twice.
Multiple
so
times,
nice.
yeah.
We're up to twice.
So, Ben, honestly, man, I'm rooting for you here.
I gotta make one, guys. I gotta make one.
Honestly, you got a point.
I can't
and a
remember
half.
the last time I've won anything in life.
You got one for Guest and Entel. You got the Necropolis.
Oh yeah, I got the one that doesn't
Yeah.
count. Yeah, one that doesn't count. I got that one. Yeah.
But obviously, Rhys got 2.5. Glass you got the 1.5. Glass got the 0.5. So
yeah.
he did hamburgle his way to victory in this one. Let's be fair. So this is why Rhys is the heel, and this is why the world and myself, Ben, we want Ben to win.
Rooting for me. Okay,
I think
got
we
it.
need Ben to win. We need Ben to win. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
So Ben,
I
are
need
you
him
ready?
to win.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rhys, I don't care. Ben, you good. Let's go. Let's go. So, remember at home, shout out your names if you've got this.
Let us hear you. Let us hear
Ben.
the voice.
Let's see. You want it? Someone's they're listening to it in the past, but they just got it.
Early
They
confidence.
got 2 points.
Good
Guys.
for you. What's that like?
So, here we go. Are we ready?
Ready?
Screaming to be heard, but trying to keep his profile not high, he hoists up a car with ease as a number of long-necked aliens stumble past looking for a payphone. Ben,
Wow,
let's
that's a
hear your
lot.
guess.
That's a lot.
Let's hear your guess.
That is a lot.
Okay.
Rhys.
So it's 2 words. Again, there's no abridging
Hold on.
words.
Hold on.
Rhys.
Wait a second.
Oh no, Rhys has got it.
I've got the first word,
Oh my no.
and I want to bank the points.
Oh my.
I'm going to the
Ben,
bank.
sir, please. Ben,
If
please.
it's what I think it is, I'm going to be so mad. Go.
Yellow.
Okay, I'm gonna. Do you want? You're guessing.
Yeah. The first
I'm
word.
gonna need to hear Rhys.
The first word. I said it. You just weren't listening to me.
Okay.
My name was my buzzer. Rhys.
No, I was trying to give Ben an opportunity to slide in, but he failed, and now we're gonna have to give him half a point for yellow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's I give it to me again. I knew it was yellow. Yeah. Give it to me again.
So the first word is yellow, and it is screaming to be heard, yell, but try and keep his profile not high, low, yellow, and then so the second part is all the rest bit. As he hoists up a car with ease, as a number of long-necked aliens.
Bin. Yellow Jackets.
Yes!
Oh!
Yeah!
Jack that car up, baby. Jack that car, baby.
Nice.
Sorry, I got way too excited about that. I'm so sorry.
I love it. The clapping.
Did you
I was
see
like, I
the
thought you were pumping
genuine,
yourself up. Yeah.
Like, it's the
you're like,
happiest I've been all month. Did you see that?
Sorry, man, that was beautiful. That was the thing in beauty.
I want to hear.
sorry.
I want to hear about the
That's a
yellow
good point.
jackets.
Thank you. Thank you for keeping us honest.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this is the reason why it's contentious. So, the Yellow Jackets, these were once considered canon, but it's now questionable. So they're a loyalist Space Marine chapter created during unknown founding, unknown origin. So this is where it becomes contentious.
All checks out.
They were a newly founded Space Marine chapter, and they emerged during the terror-filled era of the Horus Heresy.
Ooh, that's
Oh.
So they were basically founded during the Horus Heresy, but this was before the Horus Heresy was fleshed out.
Ooh.
So that's why it's a weird one.
Their armor is really cool.
They've got a cool armor. So
Yeah.
they've got like they've got their, obviously it's a wasp or a hornet. I'll have a look what it is, but basically they are black armor, yellow greaves, red little detailing, a red shoulder pad, black shoulder pad. It's quite cool.
This is really cool.
Yeah, that's why I got it. I thought this is a really cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah. So basically, because they were created very early in Warhammer 40k history, before the lore of the Horus Heresy was more defined, basically, I think there was an early White Dwarf 177. So they were raised as a chapter during the Heresy, which is kind of weird. So it would have been impossible because there were only the 18 first founding Space Marine Legions. So technically,
it's a little funky.
They wouldn't have been founded because they basically. So that's why they're impossible. So that was why it's a contentious, because they're not really a chapter like in canon anymore. They're not.
Gotcha.
But
surely
it's a cool
they
chapter.
could retcon that. Surely they could just be like, psych,
cool.
it was
They could
the
bring 'em
second
back.
founding, you know.
I dig that.
I would
Really
like to
dig
see
that.
some people making one. So,
Yeah, cool armor.
Should we leave it, or did you want to have?
Oh God, should I leave on a high note or should we swing for this, Rhys? What do you think?
Well, look, I'm
if
always
Rhys
ready.
gets it as well,
I'm
that's-
ready to fight any place, any time. I'm always ready. I'm always in the gym, just working on my fitness. He's my witness.
Oh boy. Well, you know what? I say swing. I say let's go for it. I should
Okay.
leave this on a high note. I should leave this on a high note, but
So this is a very well-known. This was the tiebreaker for the glass episode. This is a very well-known one. So essentially, you just need to try and hear something that at least points you to something and just go for it. So I'm going to read this fast because it might come in thick and fast.
Oh,
Okay. I had a nice sauna and steam here down by the water, but not my cotton jumper got wet, so I rode away on my Italian scooter, but the back half fell off. I had a nice sauna and steam here down by the water, but my not cotton jumper got wet, so I rode away on my Italian scooter, but the back half fell off.
wow. Okay.
So
Shit.
I had a nice sauna and steam here down by the water, but my non-cotton jumper got wet, so I rode away on my Italian scooter, but the back half fell off. This is a very famous chapter. Ooh. Does anyone get any ideas?
No.
I had a nice sauna and steam here down by the water, but my not cotton jumper got wet, so I rode away on my Italian scooter, but the back half fell off.
nothing's jumping out to me.
No.
I thought this would be a lot. I thought this was, but then my mind's twisted. So I
Yeah.
thought this was an easier one because it's like you just have to think of one thing that stands out.
You're like 7 all the
So
time. You got
it's 2 words. So that doesn't probably help you because most of them are 2 words.
2 words.
Not using any abridging words. So we've got, I had a nice sauna and steam here down by the water. That's your first word. And the second one is, but my not cotton jumper got wet, so I rode away on my Italian scooter, but the back half fell off. 6 and 2 3. It's the same thing, really. Oh, I'm surprised.
I have
this.
donuts on this one.
This is
Oh,
tough.
wow.
This one is
you
a really
only
tough
need
one.
You only need
Yeah,
one section of this, I feel,
but
and then
they're all
you've probably got to
super-
guess.
Mm.
So I would say that most of these aren't really. It's more of spelling some of these out,
Right. Yeah.
not necessarily how they sound. Some of them are, but I kind of mix them in. So try and go through a Rolodex in your head of the famous legions. If we're talking about the first 18 founding, they are in there.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, they're like, it's not a sub chapter. It is of the 18. All the tiebreakers, I think, are going to be like super famous. Like, I think you're going to have to explain it if you guess, though, just in case, just stop people just being
Yeah.
like,
Going through like,
yeah, you have to say how you got it. Otherwise, you don't get your 2 points. So you can just randomly guess, I guess, 1 point. But we should play Queensby rules where we only guess if you think you know what it is. Okay, I think we'll move into 1 point, and I'll give you some clues. Then,
Yeah.
does anyone want to have a stab? We'll just move into it. So
Yeah, because I'm just running through the chapters in my head, and
Nothing's jumping out.
So we'll go to the back part because I think the back part is probably where we'll get it easier. So my not cotton jumper got wet. So we're talking about a jumper, but it's not cotton. Try and think of another fabric that it might be.
Ben.
I know it. Damn
Yes.
it.
Space Wolves.
Yeah.
Space Wolves, baby. So it's I had a
The
nice
Italian
sauna and steam.
Vespa. I had the Vez. I was like, what is the vest? Like, what is that? That's all I got.
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
So
Space Wolves.
it was Spa for Space Wolves, and then C. So it was Spa.
Oh,
C,
Spa.
down by the water.
Yeah.
So
I was like,
Spa
heat.
to have a nice
I was
sauna
like,
and
hot
steam.
heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
and then
such
it's
a.
wool,
I
and
had
then
Spa. I had Spa written down. I don't understand.
You had Spa.
I had Spa written down. I don't
I
understand
had
how
just
that didn't click.
Vest.
And I ran them. I was running all the
yeah,
chapters through my head, and I just didn't get. For some reason, Space Wolves didn't come up.
But that's the end of Legions of Rust. But we have
But
a
we're
fan
gonna
submission.
Oh,
we're gonna flip the
yes.
script. Rhys, did you get what I sent you?
I did.
Did you get that thing?
And I
sent?
didn't
Okay,
realize
so-
you'd take a photo like that, but it's impressive.
Well, just open it in private. Yeah, just make sure
Oh,
nobody else is around. So this is from a lovely.
Rhys, you're live streaming.
Oh,
You're screen sharing. You're screen sharing right now.
oh God.
Oh God!
Oh,
God!
so small. Okay.
I
So
don't
this
know.
is
I
from
don't know what's going on, but that courgette looks very pale.
courgette. Okay, now hold on. That's either is that a zucchini or an eggplant? That's one of those. Either what?
Oh no,
What?
zucchini.
Zucchini. Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's
knew.
like
I knew.
this-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just had the conversation with my wife because she's, from
Oh,
Haiti,
hang
so
on.
she
Whoa,
speaks French.
whoa.
Yeah, French and yeah. So yeah, no,
We're still on air, man.
We're talking about courgette.
I just got on there a
What do you
little bit
reckon?
slowly.
What do you reckon, honey? Eggplant, courgette, zucchini. What do you reckon?
It is
Yeah.
bulbous.
Oh my god. Yeah. So we just have that courgette. Okay. Anyways, this is from a lovely listener. What a great walk on for our buddy Willie. He sent this in and he says, "Hey there. I left Legions of Rust style review on Apple Podcast. Might be fun to have Russ guess it for himself this time." And he says, "I'm not a native speaker, so I hope it works out the way I intended it to. I just want to say the whole message was written just better than I could. So lovely job. So here we go. All right, Russ, are you ready? Rhys, should we name this?
This is, we'll call this Russ's railing, because
Russ's railing.
we're on track.
The
That's
courgette.
what I meant, because we're on track to solve this riddle. I know what you guys went on that.
Yeah, get your mind out of the gutter, guys.
Yeah,
That's on you.
All
So
aboard, guys. Jeez.
here we go. I'm gonna do the rest thing. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Are you ready?
You ready?
I'm not ready.
Not ready? Okay, good.
Do I
Here
have
we
to
go.
say my name, even though it's just me?
Yes, you must.
Cool.
Okay. Now this is
I
this is
approve.
not a legion. This is a very wholesome. Like, think of a review. He left a review.
Okay.
So this is a wholesome review of the podcast. Okay. So it's like a sentence.
Okay.
Perform in gym class and go down in the past like Tony feels when colorless invalidating former lore in a teepee.
Not so nice now, is it, Russ?
That's
Not
how we
so
feel, you
good.
dirtbag.
Yeah.
You piece of
You guys are
garbage.
loving this
Yeah.
way too much.
You garbage monster.
I'll give
over
that
there.
to you again and much
Yes,
slower.
please. I have to
Okay.
write it down because I need to. It's
That's
longer
what I
than-
do.
so
I have to write. Yeah.
perform in the gym
in
class,
gym class.
and
Go down
in
the past.
the
like
past. Go down the past.
Go down in the past, like Tony
past.
feels
Hang
when
on a sec,
colorless. Yep,
How Tony feels. Like Tony feels.
like Tony feels when colorless, invalidating former lore in ATP. We're really putting you through the gauntlet here.
ATP or a TP?
Like
In
a TP.
ATP. Yeah, in ATEEPEE.
Okay, so like a tent.
Yes.
So I'm just going to read this out. Perform in gym class and go down in the past like Tony feels when colorless, invalidating former lore in a teepee.
Willie, you're a legend, brother.
Yeah,
I
this is
love you,
great.
man.
I love
Willie,
everything
this is
about
great.
this.
Can you get like these? I'm assuming these aren't word Is every
Right.
word?
And so he
a
also
word?
it was so nice.
4 total words.
Yeah.
4 total words.
Yeah.
Can you split them up for me? So is
No.
it perform in gym? No.
Are you
So
ready to go to the
perform-
1 pointer? Are you ready to go to 1 point here?
No. I give you this guy. I give you this for free, guys.
Okay. We're gonna break down the words.
Perform in gym or
Perform-
gym class.
Perform in gym class. That's the first word.
Yeah.
It's the first
And
word.
go down in the past,
That's the second word.
like Tony feels.
Now, like
When-
is a word, and then Tony feels is a word, and then colorless, invalidating former lore is a word,
Okay.
and then in a teepee is a word.
Okay. In a teepee is a word.
Yes,
Yeah.
that might be a good place for you to
Okay.
start. Don't you reckon, Rhys?
Yes, I think that's I would work backwards from that.
Because keep in mind, this is a review for the podcast.
Is it? Well, I know Tony feels great. So
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that's that.
Wow,
So I've
you got
great.
that? You got that? Your
Of course I
brain.
got
Oh
that.
my gosh, I would never have got that. I'm impressed.
Wow.
All right,
He's
so
the devil.
you are Satan, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the beanie's hiding. It's the horns.
monster.
The horns are under there.
Do you have a guess?
So
You look like you might have a guess on your
Yeah,
the tip of
it
your
looks
tongue right now.
can I
Confident.
just double check? This is a 4-word review.
Yes.
2, 3, 4. Because you've given me like 6 words.
So let
Perform
me.
in gym class and go down in the past, and then you went like
So
Tony feels when colorless invalidating formula law in a teepee. So you
no,
gave
hang
me
on.
6
Let me
words.
clarify. I'll clarify.
Yes.
So you've got
I'm sorry.
the first word is the perform in gym class.
Okay, that's word 1.
Yep. The second one is going down in the past.
Okay, going down.
Along with the like.
So that's 1 word together.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Going down in the past like. Then you go to Tony feels great.
Tony feels great.
Yep. Which is you already got. And then the last part, which is the
When?
colorless invalidating former law in a teepee.
That's the nuts bit.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
a tough one, dude.
that's the
I'm
nuts
not
bit.
sure. I'm not sure. I see the link and I have it in front of me. So
Yeah, I've got no issue. I've got it in front. I can work it out.
So perform in gym class. So
Mm-hmm.
you train, but that doesn't make sense. So you are exercising, you are working. How would I start a podcast review?
I would look at it with the first word, break it down as in perform,
half.
comma, in gym class.
Yes.
Okay, so that's broken down. So
So break those.
Are we
parts
in
down.
1 point land at this point?
Oh yeah, he's cheating now.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I don't
one
think I
point.
was ever going to get this without any hints. So perform,
Yep,
work.
comma, in gym class.
Oh no, not yes. Work wasn't the word.
No,
so
incorrect.
And also
Perform.
think about gym class. Working backwards through this whole thing is probably a good tip for you.
So in a teepee, tent. So a tent.
Correct.
Tent. So the second part of the last word
Is
so
tent.
it's great con tent.
That's
Nice.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Bon Jovi, you're halfway there.
Ah,
Is that helping?
it
is. Keep it going. So,
And
Go ahead and do the
Go
whole guitar
down
solo.
in the past.
Okay, never mind.
This
I didn't say stop.
perform. So in a gym class. So this is a
Another word for gym class.
yeah. So it's like a obviously I go to the gym a lot. I don't know if you can tell. So this is easy.
Think school.
I just need to think.
School.
What did I do this morning?
Think gym
Think-
class.
think school.
It's gym
Lessons.
class. So like
Yeah, it's
what would
gym
you
class.
what would you call gym class in school?
P or PE. But that's is it PE? PE.
Yeah.
So the second perform something PE. Who? Perform something. Hope. No, not hope. Hope.
You're not very far away. I'll just say this: Pope is not very far away.
I said hope, but it's not. It's Pope.
Hope is not
Both
far
of
away.
those
Either.
are not far away.
Yeah, both of those are pretty close.
Perform.
Oh, this is so fun to watch him struggle, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know, right? I feel so
You
good
guys
about
are
myself.
loving this
But
way
you know what
too
makes me
much.
mad is he's not struggling. He's like thriving. That's what makes me mad.
Yeah, we're gonna stop
I am
talking.
enjoying it. It's
Let's
fun.
be
Yeah.
quiet.
So PE gym class perform.
And hope was you're not far off.
Hope. But is it because the PE at the end of it, so it would be ho? Or is it
Yeah,
hope?
well, you're looking to replace that hoe, as a pimp once said. I'm adding in some extra parts now. This is me adding to it.
This is all one word, or does this go in hand with the going down and
these two will create the first word.
Yeah.
So PE is the end of the word.
So you have the gym class. So now you just need to solve what perform is for the first part of the first word.
Sounds like
don't think so hard.
sounds like? Give me a sounds like. Mope? No.
Oh, hope.
Yeah, sounds like hope. Sounds like Pope.
Sounds like the word I gave you.
Yeah.
Gope. Goat. No. Mope. Lope.
And
Nope.
if you cheated in sport, you may be accused of
Cheating in sports. If I cheated in sports,
The look at the
You
camera.
sounds
That
like-
using
Reese just
performance.
did it.
sounds like
Hold on,
Using
he just went.
performance enhancing.
Reese just did a
Substances.
gym right now on camera, like The Office. Reese just did like a gym right to the camera. Right? So, or maybe in the butt. I don't know how they take those.
Yeah.
Steroids.
Yeah. What's another term?
Roids.
A slang.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh.
Dope. Something great.
Great content.
Yes.
Going down in the past like. Dope. Going down. Die. Dope. Going
Okay,
down
can
in the
I just say, Rhys, would you maybe take out the in the past? Oh no, never mind. It is important. I guess it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, so going down in the past. Never mind. I thought I could make it simpler. I was wrong. Going down in the past.
Or if you
Dove?
you could even say, you've tripped in the past is another way.
Yeah. If you tripped in the past,
tripped
you're
in
not
the
by
past.
dove. You're on the right track with dove.
like fall or fell. Dope.
Fell.
Dope.
Fell?
Fell. Is that
And
right?
like-
Fell.
Yeah,
Fellas.
fell.
Hey.
Put it all
Dope
together.
fellas, great content.
Yeah. Hey,
Is this how it feels?
This is
Answer
what-
the question.
This is, what
This is
success
how it feels like to be a winner.
Yep,
Yeah.
to be spoon fed the answers like you graciously do to us every week.
Did you feel good being
felt
the one that was
powerful.
like, this is why I can never give up Legions of Russ. It's the only time that
Yeah.
I'm in control.
Yeah, so dope fellas, great content from Willie, from our good
Dope
good
fellas.
bud Willie. That was very sweet of you to submit, and that was
Yeah,
fun.
thanks
I
very
had
much.
fun. Reese, did you have fun? I had fun watching that.
I felt powerful and strong and in charge of Russ, and that's how I like to feel.
Yeah, yeah, good stuff.
You felt like an eggplant instead of a zucchini.
Definitely,
You felt strong and powerful.
definitely not a baby carrot
Normally
in
I
this
feel
situation.
like a pickle.
Yeah. So thank you, Willie. Very sweet, and thank you for the review as well.
Thanks very much.
Good luck to us. We'll only say this once. It's finally time for Legions of Russ.
And now that we've played that thrice, now we can play the other intro to the other segment.
What you got there, buddy? Let's take a look. Don't be scared, it's just your new favorite book. Ben's Book Club.
What you got there, buddy? Let's take a look.
Oh,
Don't be scared. It's just your new favorite
Eggplant.
book.
ooh.
Great stuff. Here we are in everybody's favorite BBC, the BBC we're all searching for on the internet, Ben's Book Club. And so we're working through Brothers of the Snake. And guess what? I'm done. Guess what? Russ is done. Guess what? Rhys is done. We're all done. We've all finished Brothers of the Snake. And this is going to be a spoiler-free review. So if you are listening or haven't listened, you have 1 week from this episode posting to finish it. Because
Before we spoil it.
in the next pod, we will be going spoilers. So this is a spoiler-free review. So what did you guys think? I'll shut up. What did you guys think? Russ, this was your first time listening to the book or reading it, whatever you did. What did you think of it in a spoiler-free, way?
And then it's just going to be redacted. It's just going to be. So I went through a journey with this of initially being a little bit like I wanted more. Like I kind of felt like, I don't think it's a spoiler to say that it kind of follows the career of a specific
sort of like some vignettes,
yeah. So part of me, when I was reading through, I was enjoying the text. It was like interesting reading, and I was initially thinking, oh, maybe I'd like us to stay in one place a little bit more. But by the end, I'm going to say it definitely won me back, because I feel like there is constance there, and that is the arc that you follow the character, and that it's. I think I did enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it took me with it. It basically was one of those things that when you get to the end, it basically everything mashed up for me, and it was like, boom, it's a complete, which you don't often get. You obviously, because books inherently try to grip you from the very beginning, and it did that, and then it was the middle bit that I was like, oh, it did a little bit, but like not in the writing. The writing was great throughout, so it kept me. But I just basically I found myself wanting more from each segment, which is not a bad problem. I was like, I'd like to, but then it made sense why to me at the end. It kind of, I know we're doing a spoilerless review, but I think it's definitely worth getting to the end of it, because I think that's where, and it should make sense, but I think that's where that's where it's meant to be. Obviously, it's meant to be something that you finish, because as a whole, you know what I mean? Like some books you can pick up and you can enjoy the journey, whereas this was more of the entirety of the work spoke more than it was greater than the sum of its parts.
Yes.
In a weird way, I found.
Okay.
I felt like if I'd left it, I would have basically just had a bad review. I would have been like, it didn't but the fact that I finished it, I was like, damn, okay, I know why it went there. And I think it's worthwhile pushing through. Basically, I think it's worthwhile pushing through if you're like, this isn't like, I'm not.
If you know, if you know that in the end it's going to tie in.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
I think it's one of those books that I think is worth finishing, which is it sounds like not like a backhanded comment to be like, this book it's worth reading, but like no, I went through a journey of not in like I enjoyed it always, but I was a bit like I'm not a massive fan, and by the end it won me round.
Interesting, very cool.
But you guys had already read it, so did you just, because it's always the way when you go back and read something that you've enjoyed, did you discover more things, or did you just basically reaffirm what you already loved about it, Rhys?
Yeah,
Good for you, man.
Being a second time reader, long time listener, I really actually enjoyed going back to it, because it had been some time. So, but in saying that, I had forgotten, I guess, how it was. Yeah, more like vignettes or short stories. And I think that's always a challenge. You see in a lot of the Horus Heresy books when they do like the anthologies and all that. Those stories are always interesting because they've got such a short period of time to make you empathize, make you care, make you interested, excited, whatever it tries to do. And the thing I like about this is, it does show. It does a really good job of showing this main character's progression through there, as Ben sort of said, at their career, I guess, as a space marine. And in doing so, it shows, I think, a really cool insight into the variedness of what space marines encounter. So, like section feels distinct and different.
Yes.
New challenges and things that they have to overcome. It's sometimes when you do read some 40k books, and if they're fighting cultists the whole time, it can get monotonous when they've shot their 948th cultist in their head.
Sure.
It does a good job of changing and raising the threat level to the characters, which I like. The stakes always feel a little bit different, and even shows, I think, an interesting way of how Space Marines fit into different hierarchies and sections as well. I think that's kind of the cool insight as a second time reader, because I kind of got how it all worked together. For me, that was really cool to go, yeah, it shows the inner workings and the different ways they're treated and fit into societies, and how they're still quite separate and apart from the Imperium they're created to defend. So I thought I like that element of it. And at the end, it does get a neat little story arc that ties up. That's you probably don't initially feel like it's
See
there.
coming, yeah.
Yeah, but looking back, you go, it was always there, kind of thing.
Yeah. Awesome. I have a hot take, fellas.
Ooh, go on.
This is just a hot opinion. Now, I will say I have not read as many 40K books as you guys have, or 30K book. I've dabbled in the heresy. I've read tons of the guard stuff, whatever. Brothers of the Snake, for me so far, is my favorite 40K book.
Wow.
That I've ever read. Going back, I loved it even more. And I think we were chatting about it a little bit. It might just be like, I'm just have discovered that I have a short attention span. Maybe that's what this second read through has taught me. But I really enjoyed that it is a bunch of snapshots that kind of all tie together in a loose way. And and some of the heresy stuff, I'm a little I'll get halfway through it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna read another book for a session, and I'm gonna come back to this. And so I loved it. I love what you touched on, the insights on what it how a chapter can function internally, and the rites and rituals, and even cool just almost warrior lodge kind of stuff that happens with their, I won't spoil it, but with some of the stuff that goes on. I love it so much. I think it's my favorite 40K book. I'm a big fan, and the reread was great for me. And Abnett doesn't miss, right, ever. So yeah. So I loved it. And Rhys, or excuse me, Russ, I saw someone else have a similar opinion to yours. I think maybe people should know going in that it's a bunch of short stories, kind of.
Yeah.
I think that would help people if they knew that going in. So I definitely
think so.
seen other people mention that.
What you just said, that actually, it kind of resonates, because I realized that I tried to read through the Eisenhorn trilogy. I read the first one quite nicely, got through it, and then the second one I read it. I started it straight after the first one, and I was just a bit it didn't get me going straight away. Whereas I must admit, Brothers of the Snake, it does kind of, as Rhys said, it kind of amps up, and you do get this little tapas of challenges that they have to go through. It's not just, well, if you don't like this enemy or this kind of thing, it's probably not for you.
Right.
Like you say, if it's not, it's all cult. It does kind of, you've got a little bit of everything. So
it's a tasting platter of the Imperium.
Right.
It's a charcuterie board. Yeah. Charcuterie board.
I think you're right. I think that does. Yeah, I do think it's quite a good gateway into the novels, but I think it maybe come with that whole, by the way, it is more. But then again, no spoilers, but that being said, it does circle back. You do tie the bow on it, and I do quite like that, because it's a different way of storytelling. I feel like instead of you focus on a campaign or you focus on a mission, the focus is just on the squad, and that's your constant. You get them and their journey. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It's all war to them. They're bred for war. That's all they know. So the fact that it's a different battle for you, the reader, it doesn't matter. They live for so long. They only know war. It's another day for them. I kind of in a weird way, I kind of liked it at the end when I realized what I was reading, which was just about them.
Right.
I don't know. I like that. You don't miss so much on the. It's not like you flip between the Guard and then the Space Marines. You do have a constant.
Right. Yeah.
I think Abnett's always done that really well too. I think he does a great job of working with small, like humanizing and making you empathize with those characters. Gaunt's Ghost is a great example. It's these troops and you get to know those squads and you nearly feel like as that journey progresses, you feel the losses, you feel the things. And I think this is another example of him humanizing these monsters basically that are made only for war, but shows this amazing internal side, internal monologue side, or their feelings and how they approach that kind of lifestyle, which is alien to us, but it still somehow makes it feel a bit relatable. There's those elements of the ceremony and the way they go about things and the naming rights and all that things that they go through. That makes it very relatable in a lot of ways, and I think that's the genius of his writing is that you kind of you always empathize and you realize that you've gone on a journey. You're not jumping back to like now here's the orcs perspective. Now here's the Inquisitors. It's always their perspective and their feelings, and I think that's so cool because I love. When you say Ultramarine successes, I think a lot of people, because they have negative... you have negative connotations of a lot of people just don't like Ultramarines. I don't agree with that, but a lot of people feel that way.
I totally agree.
This adds, you would never think that these are a boring chapter. There's so
They're
much
full of flavor. So much flavor. You see them in the armor.
Opposites.
Yeah, you see them out of the armor. Like, what's life like? And there's a bit in the book. It's like, he realized, like, it's been 10 years since I took my armor off. And it's like, oh, whoa. Like, that's... I think if you like Space Marines... if you like Space Marines and you want to learn more about them, I would almost recommend, say, hey, read this book. If you like Space Marines, like this will give you a little bit like a snapshot of like what's it like to be a Space Marine. Yeah, I love it. Big fan.
I think it hits. The more we're talking about it, the more I am. I'm remembering. The thing is, though, the difference between reading a book that's a story is you do get. I feel like I know more about them because I've experienced them in. Like you experience them in peacetime, not peacetime, but like you're with them in so many different scenarios. In a weird way, you feel like you've learned the characters a little bit more. You've been through more with them than maybe just this is a war and you're with them during war. You get to see them like as a fraternity, and then you get to see them as battle brothers, and it's all the same, but like it's I don't know. It's nice. It was quite nice.
Of the same coin.
And like you say, they are like. Not like there's like training stuff they're doing. There's like, it was a good one. Like I say, by the end of it, I definitely enjoyed it. But I think what it is I don't normally like my past experience with the anthology books are the ones that I have skipped in the Horus Heresy. So when it started like that, and I did think, have I skipped a chapter by mistake? I was like, oh no, I've skipped. So I was going back, and I was like, oh no, it's just gone.
Right.
And needed that.
I was like, oh no. I needed like
so you need
10 years later. Like some sort of like, that act break.
Yeah.
But it does technically, it goes into like chapter 1 again. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But good recommendation. It was a good recommendation. I look forward to our next one because it is a book I wouldn't have read because, as you said, Ultramarines. And it's not one you think they'll have a lot of spice, but they have so much spice.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
much flavor. Yeah.
So much flavor.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm glad you guys. Sorry, you enjoyed it, Rhys. Did you want to book in this?
I was just going to say that the other example, like that as well. I think it was is it The Emperor's Spears is another.
I've heard really good things about.
Yeah, another book that was the same thing. I was like,
I not read any of them.
And I was like, that might be one we look at further down the track, but another one again, like just. It gives you so much lore, their home planet.
I love that.
How they raise the Marines, how they and as I said, and there's even the Celestial Lions make an appearance. So that's amazing. But that's another. I think we should definitely review.
Do you like Imperial Fists? I like their kind of
they're my
their
boys.
thing.
I
do like that. And then
Flame Eagles, if you like the Imperial Fists.
Flame Eagles.
I wouldn't want to step on your toes, Ben. I know they're your kind of thing.
Yeah. Is Spears of the Emperor, is that ADB or is that Abnett?
I think that's ADB actually. Yeah.
I think so.
Double check.
I read they're both great.
Yeah, but definitely that would be one I'd love for us to do that because I think, again, on the theme of this, what we kind of talked about, something adding a lot of character and spice to a chapter, like you've just like this one. I finished reading this book and I was like, geez, I wouldn't mind painting some up. And how could I
Exactly, right?
create
Yeah.
it? And that book had the same effect
Yeah.
for me too. I finished it and I was like, damn, I really want to paint some of them now. So that to me is a win for the book. If you finish it,
With like harpoons.
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you finish it and you go, damn, I need to paint some of those, that's a win. The book's done
That's a
its
good
job.
book.
Yeah. It's done its
Yeah.
job.
So,
Yeah, lovely. Well, that was our spoiler-free review of Brothers of the Snake. Next week we're going to dive in and spoil it, and then guess what, guys? October is coming up, and what? And if you're a part of this weird fandom of 40K, you know that October is actually Orktober. So, little foreshadowing. It's time to crump. It's time to crump, mate. Yeah, that's me, British accent. It's time to crump.
I didn't realize all orcs were British, but I love it.
They are.
They
they're all
are. I think
Cockney.
they are. They're all very
You
cockney.
rock, mate.
Ooh, that's a good
boys.
one. That's a good one.
I think we
Yeah.
need to do Legions of Russ. Needs to be slightly good luck to us. It's fine, and then we'd be like, it's
Like
time to
cuts to,
play.
like, punk rock, like
Yeah, some sort of, or just do it in the entire Cockney orc.
yeah, love it. So the book club for Orktober will be Orc theme. That's all we can say at this time,
Yes.
because we just want to tease you, not because we haven't decided yet, but because we want to tease you. So yeah, so prepare yourself, finish the book, and then October we're gonna launch into an orc book and have fun.
Leave. I would say if you're in the Discord as well, leave any kind of
please
thoughts
do.
you had, or any kind of like begin the discussion of stuff that you thought, and we'll skim through them and pretend like we thought of them. We'll
obviously.
raise them on the podcast and say like this person really like noticed this kind of theme going through, or anything you kind of had thoughts about it, or even if you just hated it and you wanted to sue Ben for the time
That's even
spent.
interesting. Like if you
reading
hate
it.
it, please let us know. If you hate it, like that'd be I don't know
And
what,
why.
like
And why? Yeah.
and
And
why
how
you
much-
think Dan Abnett is a bad author. Yeah,
And
tell
how much
us.
Yeah.
like compensation you need monetarily from Ben?
Yeah.
Just a ballpark figure,
For your
just so
time,
we can,
yeah.
and we'll do
Round
some
it-
kind
round
of
it down.
group
Shoot it over to our
lawsuits.
accountants. Yeah. It may take a while though, because we're gonna have to work out.
We have to
Brit-
hire accountants.
Right. Yeah,
now.
we have to do that. Brit quid, American
know a guy, it's
dollars,
all
kangaroo coins. We'll have to work all that stuff out. So,
It's the Razoo, thank you, the brass Razoo.
The Razoo.
anyways, this has been Ben's book club. We don't need to play the outro because
Play
we
it
only say that
anyway.
once.
We'll play it anyway.
No, wait, no.
What you got there, buddy? Let's take a look. Don't be scared, it's just your new favorite book. Ben's Book Club.
Ben's book club. Thank you all so much.
Ben's Book Club.
Good seg.
As always, we'd like to encourage you to leave us a 5-star review. Obviously, we pushed for 6, and they did agree. But they're just waiting to get the site updated so it can hold 6 stars.
But you know what
So
currently
until
counts as a
then-
6-star review is you leave a 5-star, create another account, leave another 5-star.
Well, weren't we
That's
getting
the
them?
double 5.
Placeholder, yeah.
Weren't we getting them to work on the Kev scale as well? Like I thought Apple and Spotify were looking at implementing.
They
We're
tried,
in
but
negotiations. We're still in
It's
negotiations.
too powerful for the algorithm. For some reason,
yeah.
it doesn't. They tried to put it
Might
on
just
14.
crash the network, yeah.
Yeah,
checks out.
13.4 worked, but anything higher
Yeah,
was
it's
too
just
close
too
to
many Kevs.
pure Kev. And pure Kev, it's like looking at the sun.
Yeah.
It's just stupid.
Too bright, yeah.
So, but
It's
yeah,
an
so we
Icarus-
have
it's
a
an Icarus
review.
situation, yeah. The classic Icarus, yeah.
The classic. So we got a review here from Naish the Bold, or Tebold.
We'll leave that up to you.
I'll leave it up to you. I think it's the Bold, but it is TEH, Tebold. Thank you very much, Naish, for this 5-star review, and I'm going to read it out because that's what comes next.
Because we love you.
This part, just showing off now because I can read finally.
Russ,
So
are you
this
ready?
podcast-
Russ, are you ready? Sorry, are you
Give me
ready?
a second.
Yeah.
Ben, you ready? Yeah.
No.
Okay, Russ, go for it.
Naish, Tebold, are you ready? Here it is. I'm going to read out like a leader. This podcast is like being the silent friend in a conversation among buddies. I say
Ben.
silent friend, but
Ben, Brothers of the Snake. Or no. Oh, God.
It was Brothers of
Iron Snakes.
Brothers of the Eggplant.
I messed up my own joke again, guys. The roast master general over here.
Wow.
God. Sorry, Russ. I'm sorry.
Fine. I say silent friend because, and this is, no. I say silent friend because no matter how much I shout, they only seem to be able to respond to the comments I type on their channel. These three obviously enjoy talking with one another, and left to their own devices, these episodes would probably go on for 3 hours at a pop.
Pretty close.
There's several. It's like accurate, very accurate. This is going to be a long one. There's several segments, and the guest segment singer, John Mayer, ? Correct.
Yeah, my good bud.
Picked it.
Really that's a Ben one. He did us a solid. Really get to be a regular part of my week where I find myself scrambling through Warhammer 40k fandom to find names of the most obscure chapters. Overall, this is the best podcast to listen to as a companion to other Kill Team podcasts, as it's very I like that one as well. As it's very much less focused on meta and rule specification. That got Ben. This is the best podcast to listen to whilst watching and listening to other podcasts.
Yeah, we're a companion podcast at best.
As a companion to other podcasts.
Oh, Nesh,
it's very
great,
much less.
Great review. I love it.
It's very much less focused on meta and rule specification and more on the fun that friends can have over a shared experience.
Oh, that's
Very
a good
sweet.
one.
Taco hands.
Oh,
Tacos for you.
Help me
whoa.
hold my shuriken.
Nice. Wow, that was lovely.
The
What a lovely
Drakari
review.
taco tent. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Naish.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Tebold.
Matt. That was amazing.
This is the best podcast to listen to as long as you're getting your information from a real Kill Team podcast.
Yeah, as long as you don't listen to it, and in fact, listen to other podcasts as well. On its own, it is damaging.
It's garbage. It's garbage by itself.
It is
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
That's a lovely review. Thank you.
It was very nice. Thank you very much, Naish.
And very funny. Listen, bonus points if your review is funny. If your review can make us laugh, bonus points.
100%.
Definitely. The other thing as well, if you have managed to get all the way to the end, thank you
This
so
is a
much.
2-hour pod.
This is a 2-hour pod.
Is
This
it?
has gone
Oh,
ridiculous.
teeth.
Good luck editing this, Russ. But make sure you do leave FIN in the comments so we can add you to our veterans of the long pod or the long cast.
There's quite a bit of them from last time. I was surprised.
That was
Yeah,
really
I
solid.
apologize if I miss anyone. Try and comment in the most recent one, and I will eventually get to everyone.
Yes.
Say, hey, dirtbag, you left my name out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just-
FIN,
Yeah.
capitals preferred, because we really want you to be proud of it. And we'll
You
make
should
sure
be
you
proud.
Search through the comments for
Yeah.
FIN.
Sitting through this for 2 hours, that is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Of mental stamina.
That 100%. This is the inane drivel, and we are. I can't even say dribble. It was like because I dribble. But you get it. And the
I
other
just want to say that during this podcast, the largest spider I have ever seen. Like,
Is that what you kept looking down for?
yeah. Did you see
you
me? I
really
lost
noticed,
sight of it.
yeah.
I lost sight of it. I was looking for it. I just wanted, when you just, I wanted to keep it
I couldn't
in
sleep.
my,
I can't
wanted to
sleep.
see it in my,
In your peripheral vision?
you know what the thing is? I've got a carpet underneath
behind
me
you.
that also kind of look. Wouldn't that be amazing? You know what? I'm going to try and edit in like
Yeah.
a spider just dish, and then that. But no, it was massive and like big for England.
Yeah, so what's
Like-
England big when it comes to spiders? Give us a radius.
I could see its little mandibles,
Yeah.
What?
which I thought was pretty damn big. Like
Okay.
it was maybe.
In relation
No,
to your
not that
hand.
big.
Oh, that's a Florida spider.
Oh no, it was like that the body, and then with the legs, it was probably about that.
That's
About the
still
size of my palm, but like the
decent
body
spider.
was. I mean, it's big for here.
Mm.
I'm not scared of spiders. I pick it up, but just the fact that it could be
You'd
on
pick it
me.
up with your bare hands?
No, I'd get like a cup and a bit of paper.
Oh,
or
okay. You
something.
said like I'd pick it up. Like I don't
Yeah.
care. Spiders, yeah. I am terrified of spiders. To add to the channel lore, I'm terrified of spiders. I hate them. I
We'll put
hate
that on your
squishing
wiki.
spiders. Yes,
Oh,
I'm not a
no,
No,
spider
I
guy.
wouldn't squish it. I wouldn't squish it.
Not unless it
But
started.
yeah, no, that's why I disappeared briefly. I was like, I can
I
still
did
hear. But I
notice,
was like,
yeah.
I need to know where it is
In the
just
background, we could just hear-
because then I don't want to be like, oh, like that. You know what I mean?
I'm really glad if you hung around to hear
hear the
Russ
spider
versus the
talk.
Spider talk.
New segment, Spider Talk with
Spider
Russ.
talk. What's the
This
biggest
is-
spider in your house?
Spider talk,
You'll know
spider
when I
talk.
don't appear in the next episode that the spider won.
There's
Yeah,
like
got
just
me.
a giant, swell on your face.
Next
Just like
time, there's just a spider in the seat instead of
wear,
me.
a spider wearing a beanie.
Yeah, we as long as it could run Legions of Russ, we wouldn't miss a beat. That's all I'm saying.
I'll leave notes. I'll leave detailed notes for it.
Instructions.
Make sure
My
you
legacy
do
shall live on.
head over to Kill Team, the new channel, the Casual War Gamers, where Kill
Do it,
Team
baby, do
Casuals
it.
now lives. If you are really enjoying, you love the content we're making, you want to see more, the Patreon, it's there as well, is a huge way to help us because basically it lets us actually put time into this without losing houses, loved ones, and associated things like that. So it goes a long way. Take it a step at a time, and part of taking that first step, jump on the Patreon. In the
Like
meantime,
Kill Team Ken,
Kill
Kill
Team
Team
Ken.
Ken, he gets it. In the
Legend.
meantime,
favorite man.
that's Russ from GFN Gaming. Ben has been Ben from Battle Brothers Tabletop. Got it right this time.
And this
I'm
handsome
this.
chap over here has been Rhys. Threes to wound. Threes to... Remember that one, Ben?
Yeah,
Threes
yeah.
to...
Lovely. Let's all do it together.
Yeah.
Hold on. 1, 2.
So,
Threes to...
Ah!
We are going to now read through the lists of all our veterans of the long cast without prep. We've got Glass Half Dead, Aberzins, Miniature Geek, AFS 777, Kill Team Ken, what a legend, 1986 JCB, The Long Way Differfon, Mint Kokomojo, Naish the Bold, Jason Mark Weber. We got John Millick, Fiend31 Phoenix, Fiend31 Ferris, Nymphadoro, Parry His Parry, Pope Benedict, 38.3 Megastorm, Justin King, Stephen Burden, Mark Schuler, Mr. Red X55, Allosaurus Rex, Beast and Brushes, Ben Howard, Tom Chandler, Ettany Tardif, Ernest Wanderer, Rodri Lewis, Mystique, Chops, Roger Levesque Jr., Joe Palaya, Josh Grillo, Slacker at Large, David Bennett, James, Elder Basilisk, Adam Heterick, The Wordsmith, Kerbin, Joshua Hammer, and Mech Platypus 82. Thanks so much, and remember to comment Finn at the end of the episode to get your name in our Veterans of the Long Cast.